We both should.
Like
I mean, we all should.
I feel like I remember.
Oh, you want to? I can pull them up. Pull them up.
You gotta mute yourself.
Huh?
And then we gotta mute ourselves.
Oh,
right now.
Hold on.
Hey, girl.
Are we live?
We live. It's happening.
Oh,
are we live?
We live. We live and in color.
I don't think so.
I don't see it, but
yeah,
okay.
I don't think we're live.
Yep, it's come up. It's a delay, but we live.
Yeah. Hey, everybody! Of course, are we live? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's Edify, Jen, and Alicia.
Hey, everybody!
And we are here for our Thursday Girl Chat on Married at First Sight. For all of our Married at First Sight fans, we're on season 12, episode 7.
7. Just 7.
Episode 7. We come here every Thursday about 8-ish to recap, to give our thoughts, feelings, opinions, grievances, attitude, a little curse word, a little tough, a little
all of that.
All that about Married at First Sight, season 12. Spoiler alerts. If you have not watched any of it, there will be spoiler alerts. Okay? So don't get mad because you're like, I didn't even know. We're going to talk about everything. Okay? Everything. Also, we could call some people from the audience if y'all want to come into the box and chat for a second, talk about a certain couple, and then jet back out. We're also doing that too. So let us know if you want to come on stage to talk for a second. We will refresh the room every so often, make sure people know what we're talking about and why we're talking about it and who we're talking about. Okay? Just a little something. So we've been building some momentum over the last weeks about Married at First Sight. This season
is a mess.
What's your overall thoughts, Alicia, on this season of Married at First Sight as a whole?
I feel like the experts have truly slipped. Like maybe during the pandemic, they were rushing to make these matches because some of these matches are just almost just irresponsible. Really, that's irresponsible. You think about Eric, this is his second marriage, at least like it's irresponsible. It really is.
I think that's a good word, Alicia. Irresponsible. That's actually a really good word.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, It's bad.
Yeah.
Last night's episode just really left me like, I'm tired.
Mhm.
I was like, this is like really getting on my nerves now. Like,
Mhm.
I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, one of our other Facebook followers, Kilolo, she actually used the term exhausted. She was exhausted after
Yes.
last night's episode. We were already exhausted, just in general in life. It was like,
Right.
yeah. So
I had water coming from my eyeballs.
Oh.
Like, yeah, like my tear ducts began to
was it
activate
You was
because
crying?
it was just so overwhelming. It was just like and then all I could do was just like, okay, because this is a lot to put somebody through
it's a lot.
in a
It's
whole week. It's a lot.
Yes. In 7 days, there's been
It's a
7 episodes. They've been married for 7 days, and we went through the gamut of emotions in 7 days. Like, I think I've been through every emotion I could possibly be through in 7 episodes in 7 days of them being married. So let's just, what's people saying? Hello to everybody. Jen,
She
what's
wants to
up there?
come on
Ebony.
stage. But let's go ahead and get into it.
Yes.
And we want to
Yes.
start with Haley and Jacob.
And
Oh,
we went-
wait. You're
What?
supposed to be playing the video?
Oh yeah, play the clip. Oh yes.
Pause for the video, y'all.
Gotta play.
Should be my last chance to find love before 40.
I'm about to meet the love of my life.
One week ago, 10 singles took a brave leap of faith in order to find love. They married as complete strangers.
I'm whole ass married.
Last time, our couples were honeymooning in Las Vegas. I'm ready to fly. Let's go. Brianna and Vincent.
You showing out. What you trying to do? Vincent really likes to impress me.
Trying to put a ring on it. Oops. Looks
You
like I
already
did. Clara and Ryan.
I don't want you to never feel like you can't express yourself, but you've got to be able to control the things that come out of your mouth.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
Virginia and Eric.
Oh, Eric.
I
yes.
love my friend group, and like we're drinking every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like that's just like how we are.
You're gonna have to understand that I can't do that.
That is the life me and my friends normally live.
You understand you're married now. You are not single. You were with me.
Haley and Jacob.
I feel like I'm not getting to know this person, and he's still like expecting us to hold hands and show that affection, but like we're not getting to a deeper level.
I thought we were progressing just fine for the most part.
There's just something that's not clicking for me.
Paige and Chris.
I want to work through this stuff.
Why?
I am attracted to you now, and I can see us, and we're gonna help.
I believe in love. This could potentially be a beautiful story for the both of us.
Wow.
Tonight, the honeymoon is over and reality is about to set in.
I've never said the O word. I'll know I'm ready to say it when it's a feeling that I can't explain.
You lied. You lied.
No, I did not lie.
You lied.
Sometimes I like pass out on my guy friend's couch because like I was like driving home and we've been up late.
We're married. You are still thinking that you're single. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, show me some respect.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You belittle me.
I feel like I don't want to talk about it anymore. You dragged me this week emotionally on a roller coaster. Okay.
I'm tired with this bullshit. You, that bitch, you done with me.
This need her to keep that same energy.
It's all or nothing.
That's all or nothing.
Yes.
So let's start with Jacob and Haley.
Hey, Jacob and Haley.
I've had enough of Haley. Like
you're done.
I don't think she's really trying like she should be. When she signed up for this process, she knew what she was signing up for. And I feel like his communication has been good.
On par.
He's open. He's like, tell me what you need. Tell me if you don't want me around. Just tell me. Just let me know. And she's like, oh, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I'm like, that's an excuse. This man has looked you in your face and told you that he's open. You can tell him. Let him know. He wants to make this work. He wants to make sure you're okay. And she's just like, she's tight. Like her mouth is tight. Her neck is tight. Oh my God. She's like closed up. It's all in her body. She just be sitting there like this now. Like it's ridiculous. And I am team 80s. I'm team Jacob, you know.
Steak and eggs.
He deserved better. And they should have matched him up with an older woman, not even a woman that was more in his age range, who was more open and free.
Haley, what frustrates me, especially about this episode, the most is just, yes, Jacob is odd. We know that. And at the same time, like, this is who he is. He is giving you who he is. And either you're going to say, I don't like who you are, like you're going to be upfront and say that, but trying to change him, like, oh, I don't want 80s in the house. I'm like, 80s that's his thing. Like that's his thing. Some people, you know, their thing is basketball, football. 80s is his thing. And there could be a compromise in it, but just to say like, yeah, no, 80s is going to be in our new house when we share, like that's just not cool. I don't like as well, and I don't know how it was edited properly, if during the counseling session, how it wasn't brought up that she was dishonest with him in the first place, you know, and that wasn't brought up, and it just seems like he apologized and then that's it.
He apologized for
how he handled the situation when he jumped. He talked about how he had a bad experience. He did not handle that properly.
He was triggered.
He was like, "Oh no, you lying? Oh, okay. I know I know what happens when you lie. You got somebody else in the street."
He started going off, and I could tell immediately, even before he like explained it. I said, "Oh, something's happened. He's like on 10. He's triggered right now." But I don't feel like he apologized, and that was good for him to do that. But I feel like there should have also been an apology from her.
Absolutely.
She did not take responsibility for any of for her part in it
at all.
That's what I'm saying. So if I can just interject, I felt that she was like, she immediately pointed the finger back on him, that it was all his fault, and that he was being him. I'm sorry, let's make it work. And she did not take accountability for her actions at all. It was all of a sudden, it's all of his fault, and it was not her fault. And I like that. And once again, we're on a TV show that's asking you to lean in, and people keep resting on the fact that I haven't been with nobody in 7 years. I ain't been with nobody in 7 years. Why did you sign up if you were inflexible? Why did you sign up if you don't go along with the process? Why did you sign up? She didn't even talk about how she lied. She kind of didn't make sense seem like that she even lied, but she did lie.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling Haley right now, just like Jennifer. Her face is tight. Her neck.
Okay, with this tight face.
Everything is tight right now.
Her hair is tight. Everything's tight. She just. That's what my big thing is about. Like, you signed up for this show. You knew what you was getting yourself into. So now you to the camera. I've been single for 7 years. Give me a chance. You should have started getting yourself prepared before you came on here.
No chance, sis. Your chance was the 6 weeks. before.
That's it.
I can see like all throughout all the shows I've seen, there's always a person who like gets upset with like, I'm on camera too much. Everybody's in like I understand that because you're not used to having all people around you on camera. Every season is a person who freaks out. It's like too much. I get it. But after this point, you have to kind of know, okay, we're going to be in front of the cameras for half of the day. I'm going to be around this person 24/7.
Absolutely.
Let me kind of govern myself accordingly, or you have a conversation with your partner and say, this is going to be a lot for the both of us. I know this is what we signed up for, but can we kind of figure out some time, an hour or two every day for us to kind of be alone? And then we can come back together.
And that's what he asked for her to do. He said, you need a break. I get it. On her supposed girl night. I don't know. Did you guys watch the Unfiltered episode?
Jennifer did.
Did I? Yes, I did. I watched it.
So did you see how she said that situation was a misunderstanding, that she went to the Virginia's room, and then Eric just like tagged along, and then she went to Haley's room, and then just Ryan so happened to tag along, and that is how it looked. But I'm like, why did everybody scatter if it wasn't
and she could
planned?
As he said, if plans change when you got down there, it's a simple text. It's a simple phone call. Hey, everybody's down here. You want to come down too? All the guys are here too. Come on down. Let's all hang out. That's not where her headspace was at. She didn't want to be around him. She was too concerned with having her space, which is fine, but she should have just been honest about it. And now she won't even apologize for it. They not sleeping in the same bed.
Whack.
Do you think they will get back in the same bed before the end of the season?
How you start is how you finish. If you are starting your marriage in separate beds, you have to lean into it. Like she is too comfortable. That's how she like enters relationship. She creates space. Oh, he snapped at me, so I picked another plane ticket. I'm gonna be on the exit aisle because I don't want to be next to you. I'm like, no, you gotta the rough part of marriage is we gonna sit next to each other even though we mad. We gonna what you listening to? Okay. You know, we like you gotta deal with it if you gonna be in it. She don't want to be in it. She don't want to be in it.
She was like, I went to sleep that night. I was up this morning. I thought he was going to come and apologize to me, but he was just quiet the whole morning. And this is how it's been. You've been waiting on an apology from this man, but you have not offered up an apology for your side of things.
Right.
And you're not even trying. What he said was true. He pushed back. She already on Tinder. Evita.
I love Evita. Yes. She probably was. And even when she talks future talk, it's like you don't even believe that she's gonna try for this to work. Like she's already
even
done.
after Pastor Cal came in, their energy changed a little bit, but she still was tight.
Like I'm done.
Like I really wonder before this process even started, like how much coaching or talking or help or insight did the experts give them, their family give them? I mean, they're literally going into the situation as their regular self.
You know what would be cool?
What?
They should bring on a couple from a past season.
That would be nice.
That stayed together. So a couple that stayed together and kind of
as an expert. That would be kind of interesting.
Maybe
like it's like coaching.
Or just to talk to them after everybody's been like, oh, this person's on the show. Everybody's picked.
Yeah.
The guy talks to the men, the girl talks to the girls, and like, look, this is gonna be a lot. So you have to get ready. You gotta be ready. If you're not prepared, you might as well go over there and tell them, no, right now. They have 11 seasons.
That is true. Facts.
True, but it's looking like these people need one-on-one attention.
Like
here.
For Haley, her I think a person who would really help her is her name Dion? Is that her name?
Diana?
From season 9. She was not in a relationship for 10 years. She was slow and steady. It kind of got on my nerves, but she was slow and steady. But she was intentional, and the guy was very sweet. He's like, come on now.
Wasn't that the one who was like, he compliments me every day and it's too much?
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, Deanna, this African man love you.
Let
okay.
Cried at the whole wedding. Had his boys praying over him. It was in full tears. Let me find out. Let me get me one crying in the wedding. In the wedding place, in the wedding aisle or whatever. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think like that she could maybe help her through this, because it's been such a long period for her with 7 years and not in a relationship, to help her to her experience on having to be more flexible and embrace compliments, embrace a guy who actually likes you, embrace that. And for her, she's going to have to embrace the fact that, hey, he actually like wants to connect with you and be intimate and, you know, like actually have a relationship. Go figure.
Right. I want to say that I like the way Jacob be sitting in the bed with no shirt on. The way his shoulders be stroked out. We talk about Jacob's body real quick though.
Jacob works out.
I'm all about the black.
He does.
I'm all about the black.
But he got them slope.
He got them slope shoulders though.
He got them slope shoulders.
Them steak and eggs.
And he just be sitting there like no shirt on. Like, I don't think no other dude on the show sits there with no shirt on. I don't think any other dude at the end of the season I done seen really walk around like he be in the bed like
that 38-year-old man said, listen.
He like,
I work out. I'm married. What? I don't wear clothes to bed.
I don't wear nothing to bed.
Come get in this bed, girl.
Get in this bed. Get some of this slope shoulder, girl.
Come get in this bed, girl. Come playing with me. We in the 80s.
Come on.
Light on and let's get it popping.
Get it.
Let's watch these Goonies. Let's do this. He's like, swear the neon lights in the back. He ready.
Do we want to bring anybody on to talk about Haley and Jacob real quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Koya's here.
Koya's like, I gotta say something.
First of all, can we talk about how this man told this girl that her mother's blouse was a Karen blouse?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Does he mean Karen like how us?
Yes.
How people say Karen? Is that what you're saying right now?
Yes.
I was like,
she was.
He a little woke. Wait a minute.
And she was like, what?
Are you calling my mama Karen?
Yes.
This is how she looks every episode.
He was like,
tight as fuck. Hey, Liz.
I think he's on the spectrum. I'm taking my spectrum phrase back. Me and my mother have re-diagnosed him. He is not on the spectrum. Okay?
He's not?
Nah. He is emotionally intelligent, actually.
Very much so.
Very. Yeah.
So what we noticed, like, first of all, it's a problem that you was gonna walk down the aisle and you ain't been in a relationship for that long. That I already knew that was gonna be a problem.
Absolutely.
Because you gotta deal with your space, you gotta deal with a whole nother human. I don't see where her compromise is at all.
She ain't got it.
Like, he gotta get rid of everything.
Right.
And I was like, this is, first of all, sir, don't get rid of nothing. She don't like you.
Absolutely. That's it.
I'm still stuck how y'all was stuck, because I'm sitting in the therapy session with them like, sir, we not going to say how she, you ain't being petty. I appreciate it. But I need you to be petty and say, sir, she got naked with me because she got drunk and got froggy. And then she carried me and left me sitting on the bed by myself with my slumped shoulder.
Slope shoulder.
Slope. And that's a good thing. Okay.
He be like,
slope.
Yeah.
Just be like this. He just be chilling.
Yeah.
Just chilling, just relaxing.
Ready.
Say that. They didn't talk about that they had sex, that they had the drunk sex.
But they didn't like, he really didn't like go petty. He dealt with that day almost. Like,
yeah.
Because he's mature. He's mature.
Yeah, but I need him to hold her accountable.
He does.
Because she was in there like, yeah, he apologized.
For what?
For what?
Oh, the boyfriend comment? Okay.
And all
women do that all the time.
That's what she was mad about. He's accusing me of being things that I'm not. He called me a liar. And when I was down there with everybody, it was just like a misunderstanding. So you just
wasn't a misunderstanding.
You hurt this man's feelings on purpose.
On purpose.
On purpose. She's trash.
She's a mean person.
I'm not here for Haley no more.
I do agree with Alicia. I feel like they may have rushed this season. I don't know if they have contracts in place where they had to shoot again. With everything going on with COVID, I just feel like they maybe should have taken a break or should have more thoroughly thought, because this just seems like it's for TV. But I will say this: I was super happy to see Pastor Kyle come in.
Oh my Lord!
On his real man.
When I watched that preview for this week and I saw Pastor Kyle, I was like, yeah!
I was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alicia, you was receiving
Thank
it.
you.
Like I'm receiving it.
Please say things. Please. Please say things.
Please
say things.
Just say the things.
It's like, do they really want them to actually succeed? Because I feel like if they wanted them to actually succeed, then they would give them some coaching. They will be on the honeymoon. They'll be following them until they'll be like, cell phone. They'll be intently. It's like they want to see what will happen in the first 7 days naturally, which I don't necessarily mind that per se. And then they come in now like, now you want to see what the couples are doing. It's been 7 days. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, look at Jen. Okay,
Jen, she ready.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
We can.
All right. I'm finally on stage.
Yes. We're going to have you comment on Haley and Jacob, and then we'll have you pop back out, but then we'll probably have you come back on some of the other couples so we can keep the thing going. And then also just a little maintenance. So when you're talking, we're going to listen. And then once you pause, we can jump in because it's a little kind of lagging, but we kind of over talk each other.
Okay. So this is between Haley and Jacob. Is there an age difference between them? 10 years. Okay. So that needs to be added to the equation as well, as far as why that's not a good match. With his infatuation with the 80s, was Haley even alive to experience the 80s?
No.
So she
wasn't there.
She doesn't get it. She doesn't get that was an era of great music. Wham, Wake Me Up Before You Go. Culture Club. All of that stuff. Careless Whispers. George
Yes.
Michael. She cannot relate. That's why Pastor Cal was like, "You got an issue with the 80s?" So yeah, I don't know that may, unless she opens herself up for something different that she's never experienced before in past relationships, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
You have to be open.
Yeah.
She's not open. She's closed.
She's
off,
what, Jennifer?
And she's tight.
She's real tight.
Mummy. We're gonna call her Mummy.
She's tight.
Right. Haley is a mom.
Wow. Yeah.
I like your comment, Jen, because I think that is really for all of us in dating. I think sometimes we're so used to or want something like this one thing in particular, and when something is different, we're like, oh no, this is not, no. And I think the emotional intelligence of Jacob is really great. And I like when he speaks about himself or speaks about what he's feeling. A lot of men are like, they're not in touch with emotions like that. So I appreciate him speaking up for himself and talking like that. So I think if she did open herself up, but yes, the age thing too. I didn't know it was 10 years.
There's a
10 years.
10.
Yes, 10.
Yeah.
He's 30.
A whole generation.
Yeah. 28. Yeah. And I thought going in, it couldn't work because Haley seemed to be a little like older. Yeah. She carried herself older. And I was like, oh, this might work. But now,
A whole generation.
Yeah.
I won't even date nobody that doesn't understand my love for the 80s.
Somebody's phone. Who got the phone playing that? You take the phone. Is that you stealing? Jen, is that you? Who's that?
We can
Nah, that's not. It's quiet over here.
Okay, now it's gone.
I think it's gone.
Koya, what are you saying? You said you won't even date anybody. What?
Like if I cannot connect with you from my foundation and my childhood at all, like it's not gonna work for me. Like I'm a super 80s baby. Like I'm into like super 80s stuff, like super 90s stuff. Like if you do not understand what I'm talking about, we gonna have some issues. I'm a movie fanatic, I'm a TV fanatic, I'm a cartoon fanatic. So like it ain't gonna work for me. I would look at you just like this in the conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If we didn't play the same outside, we going up.
Can we?
If you've never seen the movie Cooley High.
Yeah.
So Evita said, let's talk about these dogs.
Oh, I didn't know there were so many.
Jacob has.
Yeah, he has 4.
Haley has 1. Together they
72.
have 4.
Put in 1,000.
It's too many dogs.
It's too many dogs.
Too many dogs.
And that one dog.
Oh.
That one dog.
That one dog ain't playing. Okay.
That one dog need to go night night.
That one dog.
Okay. Demetrius here for the 10-year age gap. Okay. Taylor, you have. We can move on. Do you have any thoughts on Jacob and Haley?
No.
Ain't today your birthday?
Huh?
Ain't today your birthday?
Yeah. Yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Happy
birthday.
Cheers. Cheers. I have iced tea.
Yeah,
Cheers.
I have water.
I have water.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Oh, yes, Gallon. Okay.
Thank you. I don't like Haley or Jacob together. After this episode, they just don't need to be together. This is a marriage that should be annulled right now before it even goes further. I don't think it's going to work going forward. Because she even said that she still had reservations about, the situation. So I think it's a no. It's a no.
Do you think it could work if Haley was not so closed off and would like just open herself
I
up?
think that's who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way her friend, if y'all go back to that first episode, I swear, I gotta watch that episode where her friends are talking to her outside.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She is not an open human. They are so shocked she chose this route.
Wow.
Because she wanted to be alone by choice.
Mm-hmm.
And she's fake.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. This was just like something completely far left field for her, and she did it. I don't think she expected to be chosen, and then she was, and it was just like, oh crap, I guess I'll do it. But her guessing she'll do it. She probably did it.
My mother is crazy.
Help me.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for these two at all.
I think Haley is a reservation. Haley is a reservation.
Yeah, she is.
Haley is potentially Karen from last episode, although Karen has grown on all of us, how we kind of understand her more. She's playing, she's coming off as she's tight. Karen was tight as hell.
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Once she let
black girl. She did a black girl pass, but Karen was tight as hell.
I will say she did soften up a bit. And what I mean by soften is less anxiety. When Pastor Cal came in, I was like, oh, she's like terrified to be in a relationship. Like when he broke down, just like, y'all need to just get to know each other, like chuck this up to like an awkward first date type thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of like didn't, you could see her let go of the pressure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because we also have to remember we put a lot of expectations on ourselves of how we should fit into a role. And I think she just was like, nope, that's too soon. It just looked bad. And he was like, this shady.
Right.
So it's a possibility, but she needs more like individual counseling.
Right. I definitely hear you on that. And I do think for a 7-day marriage, they are kind of putting a lot of pressure on what they're expecting to happen.
True.
I mean, she could give him a hug though. He was like a hug a day.
Right.
A hug a day. A hug
Before
a day.
I would hug a stranger. You would
I'm
hug
just waiting. Why won't she tell us that his penis was weak? It was just his penis was weak. That's all.
Because that's when her behavior started to change.
After they had sex.
Yeah, like it's obvious.
And she was like,
Nah,
nah,
I don't want to be married.
Alicia, what is this? What is this?
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Oh my God. Okay, can we move on from Jacob and Haley? Is anybody else got anything to say?
Y'all good on this?
Okay,
Yeah. Come back.
Yeah, we can have Jennifer. Can y'all pop out for a second, and then we'll bring y'all back in after we finish talking about the next couple?
What do I?
Yeah, sure. Okay, we got you.
We got
you after the next combo. So stand by. Okay, so Brianna and Vincent. I'm gonna start if y'all don't mind.
Yes,
so
please
we
do.
all love our favorite couple, Brianna and Vincent. Okay, but I'm beginning to kind of wonder about Vincent. I feel that Vincent really does have the anger management issue that he claimed he did not have. I feel like Vincent is not able to communicate properly. I feel like Vincent is, I'm not gonna say tight, but he's not giving the way he should. Like his communication skills, he's taking shit way too personal. Like his wife has already said, I'm sarcastic, I got a smart ass mouth, whatever.
She didn't say she had a smart mouth.
Well, she knows she got a smart mouth. She has a smart ass mouth, she do. But how he left the house about, when we're sitting watching TV, right? As soon as she said that's such a Vincent thing to do, me and Jennifer was like, we seen it already. That was a trigger.
He don't like.
He didn't like that. So just like Jacob, with some things,
He was red.
His cheeks right here.
Yeah.
It was white. It
He
was
got
red.
the tail.
He didn't let his hair grow out. Vincent
haven't had any problems. And he was like, well, just hold on, just give it some time. But he really, I was disappointed in Vincent because there was an opportunity for them to have a conversation. And she asked him, she was like, what's wrong? And he was like, I don't feel like I should have to explain myself. Like, she's asking you to give her an example of what was said that's caused you to be upset. So hopefully she's asking this to understand so it won't happen again, and to be considerate of his feelings and how he feels. I don't really understand why he feels like that. He's like, it's a respect thing for me. It's disrespectful. Is that disrespectful? I don't know if that's like the definition, like what I think disrespect is. I know that could be like a man thing, but I think some things happened on the honeymoon.
Evita's right. She's right.
He has brought the representative to the marriage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Evita, this is why I asked you to get on the stage. She told me
called out.
Evita, stop playing games, girl.
This is why I asked you that. But that is very true. Because when his auntie or whoever was that,
it was his cousin, yeah.
His cousin said he has a temper. And he kind of got upset when he heard that comment. He was like, no, I don't. I was like, yes, you do. Because why you mad?
He's
right there. It's right there.
Right.
He was like, like he got offended. And that was a little sneak peek, like, And he was saying, like, I don't want to snap off. I don't want to say something wrong. And now Pastor Cal was like, you're gonna say something wrong. You're gonna piss her off. This is all part of it.
Machismo.
I have seen it since the beginning, since day one. At the wedding, they were she bossy, she bossy, she bossy, she bossy.
Yep.
His face, he was like, I don't know if this gonna work. And I do believe that he uses really flowery language, you know, with we're a perfect match made in heaven when they was playing in this and after they just consummated their marriage, they was playing in the sand footsies and it was riding on that high. He has been holding offenses from since that day, and it's just been boiling and boiling and boiling. And what's happening, because even Brianna tried to explain herself. She's like, no, I do respect you. She's like, I respect you. It's like it's the communication issue. What she's saying is not what he's hearing, and it's through his lens. And so they need to work that piece out where she's able to say, this is what I'm saying, and then he'll say, this is what I'm hearing, and then have a discussion about it, because that's the missing piece. She's like, I'm just joking with you, like, you Champagne Vinny, you spilled champagne on your shirt, it's cool. But he like, what you trying to say?
Right. So it's something like Jacob was triggered when whatever it reminded him of past situation. I feel like Vincent, him trying to come up, him starting his business, other women may be talking down to him because he didn't have the money or whatever. What she's doing is triggering. And I don't know if he feels comfortable saying out loud, like, what you're doing is triggering me and I don't like it. He just he's not able to articulate. I thought it was
absolutely.
He was having a degree. So that's an insecurity of his. So
absolutely.
It hits on that, which is like a personal issue. And if you don't express that to the person, like, this is why it's
she never called him dumb.
No, I think he has an issue with being called dumb because he was in school and he didn't do things like convention. He went to college, degree. Okay. He got a master's. Now he got this great job, and he didn't do it that way. He did it a different way.
So he's not secure with his own journey.
He's willing to,
and he's still building. You have to think she is established.
Yeah,
he is still building, and so that is intimidating to his male ego, like 100%. And because she is she's like very methodical, meticulous. She's like, this is how it's supposed to go. Right. I could even see later down the line if he starts building, then she might even say, well, you should do it like this, like, babe, if you build your business like this, then this could happen. Like and I could see that being.
I thought
so Mickey, I don't think he was.
I don't think he was dumb for not having a degree. He said he was dumb because he wanted to start his business.
And she didn't support him.
Was like, no, I didn't sign up for that.
Yeah, basically for him to be broke for a while. She wasn't signed up for him to be broke for a while. Yeah,
it was a little slick, but Bree has to be able to be her authentic self as well.
Right,
that's true.
But
that is true.
I do think sometimes we have this whole thought process where this is me, accept me, without me having to bend into kind of be malleable, I think the term is.
So is that still being yourself if you have to change your behaviors to be with a person?
I think so. I feel like I feel like if you with somebody and if you used to being an asshole and being snippet and that person takes offense to it, you may have to adjust. I'm not saying change, but I'm saying be sensitive to the person you're dealing with. I know what you said, the whole Champagne Vinny, so Vinny of you. I felt a little like, ooh.
You said like immediately. You was like, oh, he don't like that.
Immediately, I felt that. And because what he doesn't know what that means, it came across like that's something a dumb person would do, spill champagne on it. I got that vibe immediately. Whether she meant it or not, she's probably used to throwing jabs so quickly, easily. She don't even know how it landed. Now, if his ego was tough enough, maybe he'd be fazed by it. But it's a sore spot for him, just like Jacob had a sore spot. All the people before have rubbed us the wrong way, and we check it, file it brain, and it's like, oh, that didn't feel good the last time. When I see it again, I'm gonna call that shit out. When I see a spade, it is a spade, or whatever the case is, and he ain't like it.
Absolutely.
Can they get past this and get back to fantasy land in the clouds?
I think they can get back to, well, I don't want them to get back to fantasy land and the clouds, to be honest with you. My husband and I watched when they were playing for Cena Sand, we just looked at each other like, this is fake. Like, it's just.
Where's LeBron? Where he at?
He's at work. He's at work, or he would definitely probably be on here, but you may have to have the bleep machine because my husband, you know.
Yeah, he need to come on this week. Y'all need to sit side by side. Let's do it. I want to hear a man's perspective. Yes.
Yeah, but he, you know, we're just like, this isn't, and even, you know, he's not being true to himself. And my husband is kind of very much the same way. He really sensitive to people's feelings. I feel like that is definitely where Vincent is. He's like really trying to say what he's trying to say without hurting Brianna's feelings, but sometimes you just have to call a thing, as Ayana would say. Like you have to call it out. You got to just say, look, I'm not okay with the fact that you're a big time engineer and I'm still building, and so some of your comments come off as disrespectful to me, and that's my issue. But I'm just letting you know that's where I'm at. And I don't think he has the language for that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anybody want to pop in and share their thoughts on Brianna?
Yes,
Here comes Koya. Okay.
Koya, here she
I'm
go.
gonna say what I gotta say that I'll bring on the other two if they want to come on. So this is my observation, and this is because I feel like I'm an expert in Leos. Okay. I've stated this before. My entire family are Leos. I have numerous Leos. I already knew this was going down exactly in this way with this exact same reaction because he turned into a child. Let me tell you why. What I saw.
He did.
Something happened, and this is what we know culturally. Culturally, we are told by our parents to not mess our clothes up, right? So there is this other thing with that. He turned into the child who, this is what I see. He was a child who had an attention deficit. He probably moved around a lot. Also, probably why he didn't do the traditional route in school and things like that. What he's trying to find is also why he don't pick things up fast enough for her. Okay. But with that comes the label of being called dumb. Because those kids can't attend the same way. They, especially like, well, back in the day, they would put those kids in special ed. Now they just kind of either forget about you or, you know, right. And so what I just saw in his reaction to that messy comment, or like him messing his shirt up and the Vinny comment, was just he turned into a child. His whole body looked like a child that was being scolded for messing. What Leo men and Leo women have highly in them characteristically is perfection, but it is their own perception of perfection. They think others want perfect, but they have set rules and guides in their head of what that perfection looks like, but they don't tell anybody. So they actually have like an idea of perfection. They do not tell the outer world. And so it's like you saw his picture fall apart. You were like, oh, like now this is the other thing I would say about her. Having female friends that are in engineering, they are snarky as hell because they are with men all day. She has to calm down, okay, with that part. She was not being playful. She's snarky.
Yeah, she said that shit.
Period. And he is sensitive, but what it's that male Leo ego, and then the fact that he's Latin on top of it, it doesn't really help it. And so it's just like it's rough to watch it. Like my heart was broken watching it because I was like, I was like, he doesn't know this is a trigger and why and what it's connected to. But I saw a whole child face come out of it. And I was just like, and I saw it as soon as she said, I said, no, No, his energy is
He literally got his bag and left. He got his book bag and left.
Book bag.
Like
every
Like a
Leo,
little baby.
every Leo I've ever had a conversation with looks like that when it blows up. Like it you be like, what did I say? Where was the misstep? And they have to leave. If he would have stayed, y'all wouldn't have wanted him to stay.
Yeah.
He needed to walk. He needed to graze like a lion. And he needed to go and get his mane together. Okay.
That man might need that walk.
I dated a guy a couple years ago, and it was something where somebody told me, let that man take that walk. And I was like, you need to whatever. And I was like, let him take a walk. Now I don't back with him saying, baby, let me take a walk. I need to walk. I feel like once again, they don't have that language. You don't leave the marriage and go back to your house. You take a walk. Go to the other room. You will get your mind right to come back to the conversation. They so quick to run away. They so quick to leave. I mean, you left your apartment because you had the option. I mean, she was like, you don't have a home. It's this home. I was like, okay, sis. Where is home? It's so, again, they don't have, so for some people, the whole thing is like, get out. Hey, get out. Go. Leave. Run. Grab my book bag and leave. And I don't know if people have the securitiveness that we have or that our parents had to actually want to fit in a situation that's uncomfortable. Out. Even when I was asking him, well, give me an example. I said often, if I said something smart, can you give me an example? Because I may not really know. And I think she know, but she don't, but she know.
She needs to be told.
She did. She said. I know I have a smart mouth. She said that in one of the confessionals. But I made notes on everybody. So keep in mind they've only known each other for a week, so they don't know each other. And so my note for Bree and Vincent was, I understand Vincent completely. Bree and all those jokey one-liners. Nah, sis, pump your brakes and do that with your cousins and best girlfriends.
Absolutely.
Okay? You don't know me, whether me and her truthfully met or Vincent met. You don't know me long enough to even start being jokey like that with me. Because you don't know how my personality reacts to that. Yep. So that's a boundary social wise that she needs to learn. And when he was talking to her in the bedroom saying that he thought that was disrespectful, the first thing that I thought was, that's not the first time she has been told that. This is a 30-something-year-old woman who got a smart little sassy mouth. That's not the first time someone has told her in a social environment, whether it's work, church, or amongst her peers, that you got a slick mouth and you need to watch yourself. So I'm kind of on board with Team Vincent on this one. Yeah. Okay. Because all of that stuff that she was saying in the kitchen, hell, it was triggering me.
Right. Right. I was triggered.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to have a celebratory event here, popping champagne, like, the champagne that went everywhere, and you starting to joke with me. Like, she really could have made that into something fun and playful, but you sitting here saying, so many of you. So what does that even mean? Like, when you don't see it. So I'm Team Vincent on this one.
I'm just not Team Vincent reaction. I needed him to talk a little bit more to try to figure it out, but you have to learn the language. He don't have no tools for that.
He didn't have the words. Yeah.
And then even when the champagne fell on the floor, she gets the bath towel and he gets a paper towel. And she kind of had this. I caught the Bible like, here you go with the paper towel. He wasn't cleaning it up right. It was like, you all were raised. We all might do things different. If the job gets, she was like, we want a person smell like champagne. But if it does, what's so bad?
Who cares?
So she ain't as tight as Haley though. She just tight different. Okay.
Yeah. The way it should be in her mind. And she was like, if everything is out all over the place, I'm cleaning up all behind them. Like, you can't do that forever. You can't clean up behind this man forever. And that's what makes you happy. But she should have just got the towel, threw it on the floor, or just allowed him.
Allowed.
Way.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
that was his moment. He surprised her with the champagne out the bag. You know, allow him to do his thing. Show what he show you what he's doing. You know, and build memories instead of always having something to say. You know, when he was sitting there last week, do you want to stay in a townhouse or a house? And she was like, we're going to be in a condo. We're going to be in a high rise. And it's like, oh, this not going to work. You got to let a man, whether he got an anger issue or what, a man got to have space to do his
She's
thing.
going to have to leave her job. Her job is a bad habit for her. She's a.
So I know female engineers as well, and they are very intense and very. They don't do 9 to 5. They do 10, 12, 13-hour days.
And
they
made it to that job. They are leaders. They usually are leaders.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got to get Vincent to learn the language to be able to speak his emotions and put words to his emotions properly. Because I tell people all the time, anger is a normal emotion, just like being happy, being sad, being excited, being mad. But it's the way you express your anger that can be the difference between, you know, good or bad situation. So with Bree, she's going to have to learn that 9 to 5, you leave it at Ford Motor Company, but when you hit the condo where you guys are, I guess, going to stay because you said so, you got to be the wife. You got to be the wife and not the leader. So definitely.
Absolutely.
Taylor, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm baking. I agree. I really do think that she needs to really step back. I am on Vincent's side with this one. Although he does need to learn how to communicate. You are now married. Like you said, you don't know this person, so you have no idea what this person, like, what she really intends. Maybe she was joking. She was being sassy. But she was being a playful sassy. Maybe in her head, maybe she was joking and he took it the wrong way. In his head, you doing too much. You need to calm down. I need you to talk to me with respect. I do think if they got to know each other a little bit more, and really had that dialogue of this is how you make me feel when you say certain things, and keep having it until it's understood, it could work. Or at 8 weeks, they can end it because she still doesn't grasp the fact that this is a grown man. He has feelings. He does not know how to effectively communicate. And he's going to say something at some point that's going to make her snap or make him snap. And he actually has to understand too, as her being her own individual and where she comes from work-wise, she has to have that mentality. Either we're going to compromise and deal with this, or we're going to go our separate ways. But something has to give because he kind of overreacted tonight, slightly.
Yeah.
Well, last night he kind of like overreacted. Because at first he's like, no, ain't nothing wrong. And then they go in the bathroom. You pissing me off, bruh. Calm down. And she like, wait a minute, what just happened? Like, she confused because a few hours ago or whatever, the conversation happened. She like, you just said I didn't do nothing wrong and everything was cool. Now it's just like, so they need to come to a
Y'all know what stage his business is at? Does anybody know?
Nope.
Like,
we just know that he started the business.
This is also not going to help the Leo male ego on top of it.
Absolutely.
It said on
building
the
his business.
that he's an auto broker. So I know brokers, you have to start to build up a clientele, and that can take a while. You know, you brokerage your first car, your second car, your third car, and it's kind of like a word of mouth.
And he does like luxury cars.
Will tell someone else, and they'll tell someone that you'll have repeat customers. It's a lucrative thing to do, but you got to build up your clientele. Just like a regular.
Like, that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for him to let go of his
build up your clientele.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to let go of his ego with that part. I think just building this business, he needs some feeling of being able to lead somewhere. So she gotta give him that at least at home.
Yes.
For right now.
Like when he walked into the apartment and was like, your TV leaning, and they went back and forth kind of giddy with that. Girl, leave him the screwdriver, because that man he gonna put that TV up right for you and let him have that. You know,
Right.
Absolutely.
You gotta let him leave somewhere. Yeah.
Absolutely. She need a little coaching back from mom. Mom kind of got her together a little bit before the wedding. Like, how you know this man don't know how to clean his apartment? You ain't seen nothing, making all these assumptions. I think with mom can maybe help her reel it in a little bit.
She's a little.
And
She
then
got a
got
little,
to the apartment and it was clean.
yeah. She was like, I'll just keep picking up behind it. I was like, no.
Right.
Do you all think, then we'll move off this couple, do you think because these are younger couples, that it's just, we just have a different thought process and a different way of governing ourselves in our 40s and whatever we're in, 40s, 30s, we're kind of understanding relationships differently?
Absolutely, but also personality.
I'm not doing this and I ain't doing that and I ain't about to, and this whole kind of like attitude thing. But I mean, nobody has done this, but it feels like there's just a different level of respect for the other person, of this individuality right now, that there's not, people don't know how to work and move together. And I'm wondering if does anybody feel that same way?
Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely feel that.
It's some of it's definitely generational, but some of it is personality at this point. Like, I also think as a whole, we are more individually based as humans now. And I think it makes it a little more difficult to become one with somebody, because we are all filled.
Did you freeze, Coy?
I think Coy freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree with what she's saying, that we're more like egocentric, like we're very self-focused.
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Frozen again.
Okay, she's frozen again. Okay, so we're gonna move off. So we're gonna ask Jen and Tay to pop back in real quick, and then we're gonna go on to the next couple. So let's talk about Clara and Ryan. You wanna start?
What I got to say about Clara?
Well, first of all, I want to just say the way Pascal broke down what love is.
Yeah.
I love that definition.
That was so good.
The decision.
I never thought about it like,
because that's what it is.
He was like, you woke up and they was like, oh, so are you in this? And they was like, yeah, we in this. That was a decision. And that's all it takes.
Right.
And that is why, you know, going back to Vincent and Brianna, like that whole, this is just a wonderful magic moment. It's like, boo, you got to make a decision. You got to make a decision like this. We're going to be in this, whether your feet stank or they don't, we're going to be in this together. And I really, really like that description of love for sure.
So much where I want to rewind to that part just so I can hear it again. Because I always say from the beginning that I think Ryan puts too much on saying the word. I think he's done the feeling. I think he's said with his feet. He said the word. And I said, yes, you know my African proverb, say with your feet.
Yes, you better say it with your feet.
African proverb is say with your feet. And I think people have put so much on saying it, like you can't give people love, but he's actually been walking it the whole entire time.
Before he met her.
Yeah. He's been giving love already. He just don't want to say it. It's like, oh, I'm trying to reserve this word for one person.
Because he's like intentional.
Well, why does that be intentional though?
I don't know.
You can't say I love you because what?
He's putting a lot on it.
Exactly.
He's putting a whole lot on it. I think
he's very methodical.
When he says I love you, it's gonna mean like,
are the gates of heaven gonna open up? I mean, when Pastor Cal broke it down, I wish we had a playback for that, because that was so deep. How he just showed up. And even like you said, Jennifer, when he woke up and was like, we in this, and she was like, we in it. It's like he made a decision. It's a conscious decision. And whether you love all your girlfriends or whether you only love one, that doesn't make your love any less. I mean, even though Clara falls in love easily because she's open, that doesn't make her any less of a person because she's loved every one of her boyfriends. Why not? So what? After a certain time, you can love somebody. It's okay. So I really love that moment that they had together, in his broken cabinet. I mean, his broken shelves and shows that he ain't always perfect as he is.
Exactly. That part.
It looks really nice on the outside, but the shelf on the inside was broke. And continue to put shit on top of this broken shelf.
In the drawers, he was just throwing his clothes in the drawers. She was like, "You don't want to do anything with this?"
Yeah.
Yes, that I feel like. So I do like how they. Well, I'll say this. I like how they're communicating with each other. Yeah. I want Claire to be honest. She's not being honest. She is not being honest. She feels like a little kid, like this. Like,
what you want her to be honest about?
She wants to smash. She wants to have sex with her husband.
She does.
She wants to have sex with him a lot. And she
said what they're having is all right.
She said that they fooling around. They probably just hunching or something.
I'm like, and I truly feel like also like that church situation is an issue for him, and he feels like these things have to be resolved in order for us to fully surrender ourselves physically to one another. Like he's just very so
he did say that he is attracted to her.
Very, very much so.
He's very attracted to her, which I was like, okay, good.
Yes, but she's also a free spirit. Like she is very butterfly, and he is very beekeeper. Like he's very, we have to do this first and then do the, so I think him last episode saying, I don't want to limit what you're saying, but watch how you say it. And whenever Pastor Cal would ask them a question, she would look to him like, okay, I'll let you.
What does the couple look like? What do you want to say?
What do we look like?
They look at each other and answer like, okay.
I like those couple looks though. I think that's so cute when couples look at each other like, you want to, is it me? Do you want to go?
It wasn't that. That wasn't the look. That wasn't that look. That was, I have my opinion, but I already know that he has stated that this is how he feels, so I'm going to let him talk.
Really?
He told her she needs to learn when to close her mouth last episode. That's basically what he told her. So,
do you think that was edited, like edited? Because I'm not too keen on that one part. I feel like he said that, but it might have been in reference to something else, and they kind of edited that phrase together.
He said that to her on that couch, just like he said.
And he said that he didn't want her to disclose their physical relationship. So when Pastor Cal brought up, she was just like,
because she want to tell it.
Oh,
she's like, we're doing this and we're doing that, and I want to do this, but we haven't done that yet. Yes, it's miserable.
Yeah, he also sleeps with a shirt on.
Which is why I love Jacob so much, because Jacob is like, look at my body, take my sloped shoulders.
And he didn't have to say like Chris did, even like my chest is, remember he's like, my chest is huge, and it was not. Like Jacob, like, look at me now. Okay, you see it. All right.
I thought it was in reference to her getting in on the interrogation of Chris with Virginia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. But I think also, like, even at the wedding when she was like very high strung, his face was like, okay, she just keep talking. Like
she's different. She's different.
She is.
I think they all have ideas of what they wanted. Of what they wanted to look like, and when they got something different that they may not have been used to or whatever, they freaking out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I'm wondering, like, the idea of what they thought is not always what you need. And that's speaking to all of us. Sometimes we want something and it's really not what you need. It ain't really what you need. And so I don't really have much to say about Jacob and Honey because not Jacob. I'm sorry, Clara and Ryan, because it kind of ride the line for me of like safety. And so they could be okay if Clara does speak her truth.
You said what?
I said, but that's the problem. I feel like they're not, like, Clara is not being honest.
Yeah.
I truly feel like she's like not talking about the things that are bugging her.
Right, and what she really wants. I think because she falls in love so easily, and she also wants this to work, baby Paige, that she will go along with what's happening because Ryan isn't maybe as controlling or as outly controlling as old boy is.
She can't go along for that long though.
Well, no, it's gonna come out.
It's gonna spill over.
Oh yeah.
She won't be able to hold it for that long. With her mouth, she ain't gonna be able to hold it. She gonna be like, I ain't
right.
Maybe that's why she went so hard on Chris last.
Right.
Can't tell my husband how I feel, but I gotta say something.
I'm gonna tell your ass how I feel.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. I do.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I did send Shawnee a link and I said Kamiki a link if you wanna be one of the guests to come on and share your opinion, or we'll in a second bring up Jen and Tay again. But I'm gonna let Alicia go ahead and finish your statement.
Yeah, no, I agree with you though. I think that Ryan is helpful because for her, because you know, even though she is free and she is one of those people who gonna say what they feeling, not all the time is that always appropriate. And so I think, you know, even though for her to hear that was like, he doesn't like it when I talk, you know, too much, you know, but not all the time is our opinions like needed. So I do think that he's a good balance for her. So I'm hoping that she finds her voice and he's able to bend with her need to be free because she needs that.
Okay. What'd you say?
Yeah, we think they would have made it in the quarantine like the couples last season.
These couples would not have made it through. No.
Oh Lord, no.
Longer.
No. Absolutely not.
This is for TV right here. I don't know what the hell they was thinking about. They can tell me all day long this wasn't for race. They didn't rush this shit. They rushed the hell out this stuff. It ain't fair. It ain't right. It's exhausted. I'm frustrated. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do want to see things work. I think people want to see, even if it's not see it work. I don't want to see people go off all these changes.
I really do want to see people come together and
make it
together.
Right. And I think in general, I think with everything going on in the world right now, the way the world is, I feel like we in general want to see a triumph. We want to see it's like, yes, love still reigns supreme. At least I want to see it. I want to be cheering for you every episode. I want to see little hiccups here and there. I don't see how y'all make an example of how to govern myself. I don't want to see this bull crap. I don't want to see this like setting people up for failure. We already did out here fucking quarantine. We out here quarantine. We out here wearing masks and stuff. We out here shellacked at home, can't go nowhere, looking crazy. And you got these couples looking even crazier. Give us a winning story.
Absolutely.
That's for them. Girl. Okay. Koya, you got something to say?
Come on, unicorn.
Let's go.
Come on, let's get it.
Okay. I like him, but there's also this part of him that makes me feel like he's like a silent killer. Like, there's a part of him that she's scared to me. Like, she has lost her voice completely in 7 days.
Like, they be in the bed that night and he'd be like in her ear, like, I told you.
Don't say nothing. No.
I told your ass to
Don't you say nothing.
Don't you say nothing. Don't you say nothing.
When these cameras come on in the morning, producers come in here, don't you say shit.
Oh my God.
So that's the only thing scared me was like, I love that he was open to like, just like he saw like her organized shirts and he was like, oh, I'm with that. Like, you know, like he just didn't know some stuff. You know, he's a bachelor. Like, he had a total bachelor pad. Like it was the pad was terrible, right? But I like her. She didn't say none of her suggestions were offensive, and it's because it's his personality. Now, Vincent would have went off if she would have talked to him like that. Okay. So all I'm saying is I have hope for them, but there is something off about him sexually that's throwing me off.
Sexually?
Yes, sexually there is something there. He has a little penis. He can't keep it up. There's something going on.
That's why they haven't had.
Koya, why are you doing this to me?
I have to do this to you, okay? Because I need you to pay attention to the wedding night. And like, he ain't quiet about it because he's respectful, y'all. It's something else.
You think it's little?
He has a funny body. Come on. He looks like his penis.
He's into CrossFit.
So is his penis.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
There's other things in intimacy and sexual.
I don't think he has any of it. He's
inexperienced.
I don't think he's even made out with somebody before.
But Clara, he might need to.
Clara
gonna learn them.
They're like, what's good? I'm trying to teach him. I'm trying, you know.
Sometimes
Claire will learn him.
And learn from your woman.
Like, I don't think it was cute at all. The like whole, like the Pastor Cal thing, I was awkward. Like Pastor Cal's situation was awkward for me because it was like she's looking at him like, I'm about to tell him that you ain't smashing me, dog. Like because it could have been me. Coy would have given all. Your man's won't pull his penis out, and I don't understand what I'm here for. Like, I would be like, what am I here for?
Let me see it.
Let me see it. Take it out right now. How you work out every day and I ain't see you with no shirt off, y'all?
That's the issue.
I think he's his mom's boyfriend. I think he was his mom's boyfriend forever. I think he is been coddled, and I think that his mother did not let him date, and that he ain't never dated nobody, and that he's best friends with his mother, and he ain't never done no dirty stuff, y'all. He ain't never done no dirty stuff. He's nothing about him.
His parents are pastors.
They tight.
Both of them.
Y'all, all the pastors' kids I know were fast.
Oh, they was wild.
He
But
made exception too, though.
he is not the wild one. He's not the wild one.
No, he's the one who fell in line. He's the one who's like, I'm gonna be the good child.
He's a virgin.
She does look like a first date smasher.
Yeah.
And she's very
absolutely at first date. She's an
energy
smasher.
Like Clara's ready at all times. Clara's like
energy smasher. She's like, if the energy right, let's go.
Let's do this.
Question. Somebody asked it in one of the articles. Question: do you think the experts force intimacy too soon?
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Look, I saw
like tangent like
well, I think it's really weird how Pastor Cal asks each couple, have you consummated your marriage yet? Have you all had sex yet? Are you guys doing? And I was like, what is up with that question?
They do that.
In regards to Ryan, the metaphor, there's a metaphor that lurks within his apartment. The metaphor is right there. Those closed cabinets and the whole apartment looks nice. And when you open up those cabinets, it's chaos, confusion,
and dare
all over the place. So when you guys say, "Oh, I think he's a serial killer," well, look at his ears. He has gnome ears. There is an alter ego going on there.
Jen, I'm putting you and Koya in the corner.
I'm dead now.
Is he the male version of Karen? Is he tight like Karen?
Yeah.
Male Karen?
I think he's worse than that.
And he may need the spice. He may need the spice of Claire, and she may end up being his excitement for the rest of his life and the best thing that has ever happened to him.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So back to the question about forcing too soon the sexual interaction. I do get that they are legally married. I do get that they are adults, but you are essentially saying, hey, if y'all smash, but y'all can get a divorce in 8 weeks. That being in a situation where you are getting to know someone and you are forced to be in a space with them, and then you have to have sex with them too, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
For like people that are dating, like, oh, like, you know, you got 3 months, you got 6 months, you got 9, you got a year. But to say y'all on honeymoon for 7 days, and we expect you guys to consummate the marriage so you can get the full effect of this experiment. It's just that it's an experiment. It can go one way or the other. But you're putting them in these situations where they have to have sex without you even saying it. Like, hey, don't forget to have sex. So when Pastor Kel asks y'all can be like, no. Yeah. So
but you know what it does too, though? I actually like that they talk about it that fast. I'm gonna tell you why. It actually escalates the issues coming out faster. So it's like let's knock it out. Let's deal with this intimacy issue because you're gonna have the issue, y'all. It's not because they're strangers. These people have these issues before they get married to each other. These aren't issues based upon the person they met. These are issues they have in their relationship. And so when I think about it like that, I'm like, well, you know what? If I could like speed up my dating and find out intimacy issues very quickly, that would be great. You know, like, because it's like, look what comes out, y'all. They wouldn't have figured that out if they get to know each other and they wait 6 months and then they have sex and then what? Then you marry her in it. So it's like, they don't want them to have sex necessarily. They want them to be able to talk about it healthy wise. They want them to be able to engage in the conversation to find out what each other likes. When you can't answer those, you shouldn't be married. So like, I really think they're trying to vet them differently. Just get it. Like, let's figure out the guys now. Wow, they have the
that's a good way to think about that. Yeah.
So
they do rush it. I mean, they rush it even before they get married. They have these primed conversations that they have to have with the girls at the bachelor party. So are you going to do it the first night? Or you think you're going to do it? And then at the wedding, then all the groomsmen ask the groom, like, so you're going to do it? You're going to do it? It's like they prime these conversations for them to have so that, like, it's almost like you said, this, like, we want you to, like, you know, just go ahead.
Like
go
with
ahead
bowls of condoms. Like, you know, they're here.
With a bowl of condoms.
But they're there if you do. But you don't have to touch them.
They put the condoms out for them. So it's always, it's like in the air. It's like, even if you're not talking about it, or if y'all have decided we're not going to do it, it's in the air. Y'all are on an island. Y'all are at a nice hotel.
Right.
Yeah. In the air.
They never are pressed for them to have sex. They are pressed for them to build intimacy, though. Like, they want them to see if they're open to building that intimacy. I don't think they always be pressed about the sex. They get excited about it, but I think it's like, oh, okay, y'all are not attracted to each other. Like, y'all do want to touch each other.
Pastor Cal did say something about they're speeding up this. He made a comment like, speed up the process. And so it sounds like to this point is that they do want to kind of escalate the process and move things a lot faster to see what's going on. So the normal, of course, I mean, always because they get married at first sight, the normal dating and vetting you do is now escalated straight to the next situation. It's not the normal trajectory.
Right.
And to Abita's point, I said the same thing. That's how Karen was acting last season. Karen was so concerned about her mother and her grandmother and how she was portrayed on TV. That she was looking crazy as hell, not being her authentic self. And I do think you're right might be too worried about his parents and the preacher's kids and him being raised in the church that he isn't in himself.
Yep. He keeping the cabinet doors closed so you can't see that broken shelf.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. So mom and daddy can be happy, okay? Then we can. Then once these cameras come off, then we can hang from the chandeliers. Hopefully, because Clara wants to hang from the chandeliers.
Clara is trying to hang from the chandelier.
She should hang from the chandelier. I support a girl building.
She's like, why did y'all give me this prude ass husband? Y'all know what?
Your husband with his shirt off.
Like, take your shirt off, man.
Take your shirt off.
Let me at least see a nipple, a corner of a nipple, something.
I mean, your friends talk about your shirt be off all the time. All you do is work out. Why you ain't take your shirt off? Take your shirt off.
Do you guys think he's a virgin?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually think.
And if he's not, he ain't done it in a long time.
He did it like one time when he was 12, and then he played for his sin, and then he's never had sex again.
He needs to just share that with her.
He should share it. He should share it.
Yeah, because if he is, that's a conversation that they can have, and it won't turn into another what's her name situation where she was, I forget her name.
Iris.
It won't turn into another Iris situation where, you know, if you put it out there,
Have a
like,
nightmare.
hey, I am secretly a virgin, but
she swallowed a quarter. That was her and they was trying to build intimacy. This fool said, I swallowed a quarter. I was like, okay, where are you going with that? Are you going to say the next you swallowed a Coke bottle? Like, where are you going? Because the task was to build intimacy, and she was like, I swallowed a quarter. I had to go to the emergency room. It's like, what?
Girl, bye.
That's where that inexperience comes from. You gotta get past that. You gotta get past that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's off, y'all, with the sex part. I don't know.
Easy thing to get past.
Yeah.
When you have been in the church and you had these things ingrained in your head.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Older, and you might have other opinions and things that you think now for yourself, but your parents still view you as a virgin, and you out here like I want to get it popping, but they over here thinking
Like when y'all think about him, y'all think about him naked. Like when y'all think about him, y'all think about him having sex for real. Like y'all see him and think about.
No, I actually think of episode of Star Wars. When I think of Ryan.
Go stand in the corner.
Jen is on punishment. That girl.
Pimp down, pimp in distress. 11:30.
It's just something he feels virginal on a different level.
He knows how to play the part. I really feel like he knows how to play the part, even on the unfiltered episode. And unfiltered episode, he was filtered. You know, he's always just very.
When are those taped? The unfiltered part.
I think they have to tape those and act like it hasn't played out when it already has. And that's why I feel like he's just like.
Alicia, I was surprised on the unfiltered. He was rocking that Black Lives Matter t-shirt.
He did. I was shocked about that too.
Oh,
I was. I said, okay.
Nah, he black. That doesn't surprise me.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't surprise me.
I was shocked. I was shocked.
Really?
Yeah, I was shocked.
Why?
Even though he is black, he seems to really identify. Majority of his all of his
whole friends group.
And except for his brother, and so it really feels like because he's been raised around white people. It's just like there's this identity kind of thing that's kind of
that's interesting.
You could just tell
thing, but personality wise, but I see the wokeness too, though.
Really,
he knew how to behave at certain times as a black man. Y'all are tripping. Go watch the whole episode with how he acts and how he watches your man Chris when he loses his mind.
Oh, he knows.
He knows the
He
black
knows he's
girl.
black.
Oh, he knows the rules.
He can flip it back and forth. That's why
So
He
when
knows
well.
the rules.
he's about to pop off.
Y'all, his whole family black.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He black. He just alternative. He just an alternative.
He knows the rules. He knows you don't stay. You don't insert
He
yourself in
got
other
white
people's
friends because
business.
black
He
friends
knows
didn't want
those
to hang out with him.
rules.
He has white friends
Yeah.
because black boys didn't want to hang out with him.
Oh,
That's all.
because he looked
Why
like
was
an
it-
elf.
He just comes across to me as someone
Not
that
an elf.
would not be involved in those type of political subjects. That's why I was taken
Yeah.
aback by it.
It's
He's
probably
just so
that Clara
political.
energy, you know, because she about that life.
Clara is about that life. Clara
She's
is
Oh
about
yeah.
that life.
I be at the marches. I do it all. I stand up for what's right. So,
Claire bought him that shirt.
But I also think Ryan looked at her like, "Hey, white girl, come over here and be quiet. Stop running your mouth, though, white girl. Be quiet."
Yeah, he don't want any problems. He don't want any problems.
You
might
know,
not
you
be-
gotta conduct
He did
yourself
not get
accordingly.
involved, y'all. He did not get involved with that whole thing outside with the car and the, like, y'all. He was not playing with that black man. And he looked at her like, "You are a white girl. Go sit down."
You're gonna abide by these black rules. You're gonna
Like
abide
he's
by these
not,
black.
he ain't black like his brother. His brother's like, "Why am I on this show? Why are you married to this white junk? Like, I don't understand." Like, that's not a brother look, okay?
the brother, the brother
Zero.
had no F's. The brother was like, "Huh? What?
Okay,
The
zero.
blue suit."
He like,
Are we done?
Right.
whatever.
Exactly. Okay, so we need to move it along. So I'm
Yes,
gonna
we do.
yeah, let's move it along because we getting a little long, but it's good though. Okay, so let's
Yes,
jump
yes.
to Eric in Virginia.
So, let's try to do this.
Yeah.
So we can get to who we need to get to.
Yeah.
But
Because you already
Eric
know that's gonna be a
in Virginia, I think Virginia wants a boyfriend. She wants like a long-term boyfriend, maybe like a year relationship. She wants to not live with him, but she wants to for him to come out with her and drink and have all the fun that she does and everything else. I do not know if Virginia really understands that she signed up to be married. I'm not sure.
What do you think she signed up for?
When I look
Boyfriend at first sight?
when I look at her face and they're trying to like explain things to her, her eyes are like confused.
like
Literally,
what's he talking about?
just look in her eyes like, what? I can't sleep on my boyfriend on my friend's couch. I mean, I'm like, there's certain things, even if it is your male friend and y'all been friends forever, you now have a husband.
A whole husband.
You now have a husband. You can't do that no more, sweetie. You can't.
Married
I'm sorry.
my brother away.
I'm sorry.
What's that? Yes.
The girl came in and was like, if that was my wife, it would be a problem. It was like she was like, huh?
And it was, and everything he said was true. He was like, I'm not even concerned about anything over there happening. I'm concerned about this idiot maybe trying to do something
taking
to you,
advantage of you.
friend or not, how long y'all been friends or whatever. You don't know. So he's like, sorority girls who graduated college. Yes,
absolutely.
That's like Evita. That's what she acts like. And I don't really think she really looks confused when she's like, huh?
And she wants to do what she want to do. She don't want to budge. She's like, I like my small house. It's like everything she wants to do is like very in her age. It's like this is not a phase, just me. It's like you wake up looking for a drink. Like she literally, I believe, has at this point, she has a problem.
Yeah, she has a dependency for sure. Yeah.
Definitely has a dependency issue, and that's concerning. And Eric is probably already, somebody said last week, flight attendants, pilots have drinking issues. That's kind of like a stereotype of pilots. And I don't like this match at all. I love their chemistry because it feels good because they're touching and they're kissing and they're being together.
Yeah.
But I think it's forced. I don't think it's authentic. I don't think it's for real. And her idea of what a marriage is, it's just like that. Once again, take me as I am, accept me. I feel like we all could grow and build and become better not changed, but better.
Olivia.
And so Olivia, she started off the sweet person from last season. She was tight as hell.
No, yeah, she was tight, but I feel like they have the two of them are kind of on the same page because Olivia literally wanted someone to come into her life and do everything
and just slide in.
Wanted to do.
Absolutely. And Brett was like,
she didn't want to do anything the other person wanted to do, but she just wanted them to come into her life and do everything on her side.
Yeah.
And she is acting the same way. I mean, all my friends, we drink every weekend, every day.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Sunday.
I want you to just come with us, but I don't drink like that. But I just want you to come drink like,
right. And it's like, dude, you whole married. You cannot be out whole married talking about I'm crashing at my homeboy house on the couch.
Absolutely not.
Married. Whole married. We're not doing that.
I'm not married, and I know that.
Right. I mean, you can't really even. I mean,
but
you could. I can't. You can't really even be in a long
Jennifer,
relationship and not be crashing on some dude couch on the weekends. That's problematic.
But Jennifer, you know why you know that? Because your parents showed you that, and I feel like that is what's missing for Virginia. Something's amok. Like her dad with his 3 marriages, mom not being present for her when she's getting married, the stepmom having to step in. Like I feel like she hasn't been parented, and so she's viewing Eric, because Eric does not have the best language when he's trying to communicate to her. She views it as controlling. It's like, no, your boo want to like make sure you okay when you make it to your destination, especially since he don't know if you sober or not.
Yes.
You know, so that is also a thing. So like, make sure you get to your destination. It's not that he's saying I need permission. You need permission to hang out with your friends. It's just like, babe, I thought, I'm gonna hang out with my friends. Did you have anything planned? Like, or he may have had some surprise romantic dinner for her waiting, but she don't know. So he's just asking, hey, just communicate with me so I can know what's happening. I can know that if I come home, I'll just bring myself something to eat. I don't have to bring home both of us something to eat. It's not.
But maybe her friends don't care about her, because when I'm over my friend's house or I'm at their house or whatever, when I leave or that person leaves my house, I tell them, text me when you get home, call me when you get home, so I know you made it.
Because that's basic.
It's just customary. That's what we do. I just told my stay-at person, she got an Uber car. I said, drive a little sketchy. Text me when you get home. I'm not controlling.
Absolutely.
What she say?
It's
guys
concern.
I talk to. It's text me get to where you're going. That's just a real thing. At least in our community it is.
Well, I've been with a man who was controlling, who was on that. Are you here, there, and everywhere? But when you just are concerned about somebody, it's not the same thing. It comes off a different way. A controlling person is like, where are you at? Why it take you for 10 minutes to get there? Like all those questions. But he's just trying to make sure everything's gonna be okay, especially since he knows this woman drinks like a fish.
Right.
Exactly.
Let one of my milkmans get married, I bet they will tell her she can't come around there no more.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You have to
set a boundary.
Your relationships change with your opposite friends. When you get married or you get boo and you are in a long-term whatever, you together, that stuff shifts. Y'all can't hang out the same way y'all was before.
And your friends have to understand it. They do. And that process is so, I remember going through it. It feels like, but I want to hang, and I was an Insta mom as I'm transitioning to a wife. So it was just really, you have to make that shift. You don't just say, my friends, bye, I'm never going to see them again, but it shifts. You have your priorities change. Your husband and your union is first before you go drink Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. And I have guy friends that have gotten married or are in serious relationships, and the way we used to hang out before, then we don't do that no more. And it is a little jolty. It's like, damn, I used to come over and hang out. But it's like there's a shift, and I respect the shift. I respect the relationship be like, I need to chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
But
mhm.
like, she's not old enough. This girl's like 22, but she really 10. She like 15 years.
She is.
She's young.
And she also wants things her way. Again,
Yeah.
I mean, his place was cool, but you know, I just like on my pets over here in my small apartment.
Yeah.
It's small and it's cozy and it's homey. He doesn't like cats.
He's allergic.
He's allergic.
You're telling this man that he has to have an allergy pill every day because her cats are staying. Getting rid of her cats because those are her cats and her animals are here first. That's the wrong attitude to have.
Yeah, it's the wrong attitude.
It is. It is. And plus, Eric's place is laid out. Okay, his place is very nice.
I was surprised when
I said, "All right."
When he opened that door,
With
I was
the fireplace at the bottom. I said, "You was out here macking. You was macking some women with this house." I know. It's like, come.
Yeah. I just feel bad because I think he was ready for his forever happily ever after, and Virginia isn't ready for that, and she just has other thoughts about what marriage is, which is really I think marriage is whatever you want it to be. If that's the way, if she got who was on the same page as her through dating, they figured this out, then that's what's up. But Eric is not on that page right now. He's looking for some growth and some understanding and a little bit of like chill. And she isn't on. That's not where she at right now. And where she is, is she is in AA. She needs to be getting some help because she needs to get some help.
Great recovery.
Evita, I agree with what you said, but that also
absolutely
side of party girl. She needs a safe place to learn how to
But that
absolutely
is she. What am I reading? Is she just older, or has she actually come into a new person? Like, it's people out here who just you get older and you just get older, feel the same person, and people that you know they become a new person, grow up.
She hasn't been parented. I really feel like her parents did not pour in her identity. Like you parents give you the foundation of love and security so that you can feel free to explore who you are. She wasn't given that freedom, and it's just like she has this identity of just my friends are my that who are you outside of them? Like who like that. I think that she doesn't have that space and is scared, completely scared to be sober and not be like Evita said, this party girl. To be sober, just to sit with your feelings and your thoughts. I feel like she got a lot of thoughts and feelings about dad, a lot of thoughts. I would have a lot of thoughts and feelings about my mama not being there when I'm trying on my wedding dress. I just she's avoiding herself.
Okay. I can agree with that.
Okay.
So, do we want to bring Koya on?
Yeah, Koya. We want to go.
I'm just unimpressed by all the couples. So,
quickly.
So all I have to say is this: she needs to go to rehab, but she's just young, y'all. She's just partying. She don't want to be married. Let's not forget he's crazy. Okay, he keeps trying to guide her through marriage. He's all like, "Yo, let me explain to you how this goes because I've done this many times." And I'm like, "And you failed, dude. Like you failed because you weren't home with your wife. You are not a great example either. Y'all need to start from scratch or get away from each other because both of you are going to end up in rehab or killing each other." I don't think that she hasn't not been parented. I think that she has been parented to be free and be a party girl. And I also think she's 20-something. And 20-something year olds right now, y'all, are younger than what we were at 20-something.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
So I just think she's immature. She does not need to be married. He's crazy. No one should be married to him until he can understand that this is a give and take as well.
He's a killer. Jennifer says he's a killer.
And she's trying to kill him indirectly with a cat. And then on top of that,
what?
She's indirectly kill him with a cat.
Corey,
But
you trying to kill me?
But y'all are not trying to explain. But y'all are not explaining to me why they all touchy feely and why they not smashing. I'm confused by that.
They did smash.
They do smash. Yeah, they smash.
I thought they said they weren't.
It was confirmed this week with Pastor Kyle. They
Pastor
confirmed.
Kyle, she said.
Did they? They confirmed that they had sex.
Yes.
They did?
With
No,
Pastor
they did
Kyle.
not.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Alicia, did they confirm it?
No.
Yes, yes,
No.
yes, they
They
did.
confirmed that they both agreed they were gonna keep doing this until they were ready for sex.
No. That was
had
Ryan and
the
Claire.
sex, and they looked at each other and was like, yes.
They're like, we're good in that department.
Yep.
But these were good in that department. But what was they didn't? They were not.
Anitra
They
said
were
yes,
not
they
clear.
had sex. They
They did. They consummated the
I
marriage.
feel like they gave the same exact spiel they give every episode.
Yes. Exactly.
Y'all is sure y'all about to make me watch it. Y'all is
They did. They have. They've had sex.
Wait, let me bring the other two. They have an insight. Do y'all remember what was saying?
Hold on.
Jen, you know. Jen, tell them they had sex.
Hold on. They on the sofa. 'Cause I watched it twice. What? Go ahead.
Hold on. Let's make it quick, y'all, so we can get to Paige and Chris because we're going on 2 hours. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, what I wanted to say about Virginia is, she's a sorority girl, of Caucasian ethnicity. A lot of times that subculture, they will go to college and one of their goals is to meet someone and marry. So her purpose for signing up to this show may be that she was aging out of the normal age range of when majority of her sorority sisters get married, and that may be one of the only reasons why she signed up for the show. Because for her to sit there and say, I haven't texted someone to tell them where I was since I was 16, like, she doesn't get the concept that you can't just up and leave and be with your friends without doing a courtesy check-in with your spouse as far as what plans do you have for us today, if any. Like, she doesn't get that. She may just be having a 20-year something midlife crisis where she realizes that she
absolutely, because that's real.
Marry when one of the goals of some sorority girl cultures is to meet that Greek guy or that lawyer person or whatever that's going to law school, like, to meet that guy on campus that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
That's true. Absolutely. You're right.
Taylor?
Throw the whole marriage away. I literally just turned 30, and I'll make this really quick. I literally just turned 30, not even 24 hours ago. And I understand, even in my relationships, that it's just common courtesy to say, hey, I'm going to be here for a few hours. Don't wait up. Or, hey, I'm sitting over at a friend's house. One of my girlfriends, not a guy, but if you want to come and get me to check on me, whatever, it's okay. Because I have been drinking. It's just common courtesy now. I see why in her head, he's just trying to control me. He's not trying to control you, sweetheart. He's an old man who's worried about his drunk wife. that is it. He doesn't want to control you. What's going to happen is if they continue this marriage and he starts to go back to work and he's gone for 2-3 weeks out the month, or however long he's gone, all the time that he's going to be gone, he's going to be worried sick about her because she's an alcoholic. She wants to go and drink 4 days a week. She wants to drink when she's at home, and it's going to be an issue. It's going to be a big issue. So I think they need to nip this in the bud now, send her to rehab, get her good, or end the marriage.
She's high functioning. Yeah, she's a high functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he needs a 50s housewife.
She works in a call center.
But this is the thing. Like, I just
in a call center.
how I was when I was in college. You know, Mad Dog 2020, Cisco, Irish Rose, all of that shit was popping back then. Boone's Farm. I know about it all because I was drinking it all, and I still walked away with a master's. So I would not be so quick to call her a drunkard. She's a college,
she's young,
sporty girl.
Wild jump, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I have to go to my car and get my sugar.
Okay.
I'm out of sugar.
Okay.
We need to move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna move y'all to the next.
Okay.
So the last.
I still think she's a drunk though, to be honest.
I mean,
she drinks for breakfast.
Well, I think that she has a dependency on alcohol.
Yeah. And she opened up the wine, the thing in his house, and was like, "Ooh, wine glasses."
Okay.
Like, can we have one thing where you don't mention alcohol?
Right. She's 26 years old, Anitra. Okay.
So
these motherfuckers, excuse me.
Hey.
Oh, listen, we can have a whole episode about Paige and goddamn Chris. Jennifer, Alicia, who gonna start? Because I could be cussing this whole entire rest of this last time we get finished talking. Okay.
They made me tired. Like, they made me tired. I was, first of all, Chris decides to get a flight back after the honeymoon to a different place, like, because he needed some space or whatever. And so Paige moves into the apartment by herself, which I thought was fine. You know, she didn't need to be with him.
She needed a break.
She needed a break. He consistently refuses to be on camera. I don't understand why she still is actively participating in this. I was like looking at her like I don't have an excuse for her anymore because she's actively been participating in this. She sees the mud. He's drug her through the mud and she knows it's there. And
she's dirty.
Continues to allow herself to be drugged through the mud. So when he was like, that's it, I want a divorce. When she got mad and she was cussing on that phone call with the producer, I was so hyped. I was like, finally, finally. I looked over at this one and she's like, I don't believe that shit. She ain't done yet.
She ain't done.
No, I knew it.
She ain't done.
I was hopeful because I actually heard emotion in her voice aside from her like, well, God ordained this and I made a commitment and I said vows. I'm like, you ain't got to commit to nothing. I mean, I know this is a real thing and you did this, but no, you could have been got out of this since you ain't had to do this. And Pastor Kyle, when he asked her, why have you been having sex with this man unprotected? And then she brought up what his dad said about the honeymoon baby.
I'm like, you already got the honeymoon baby from the fiance. You got the honeymoon baby.
I really want to know what kind of sex they having because something is going on where he didn't even want to expose it. It was like there's something there. There's something that she don't want to look out on or what.
But because when Pastor Kyle asked him how come he had continued to have intercourse with her even though he claimed he was not attracted, he refuses to answer those questions. But he had a little smirk on his face.
That boyish smile. I wanted to smack off of him.
Yes. And then when he whispered in her ear and she just, I would not even have allowed that to get that close to me. He wouldn't even been able to get in my ear. I would not have allowed him to have conversations with me off camera. I'm not cutting my mic off. I'm not doing none of that. You don't deserve it.
Absolutely not.
He here. They not leaving. Get all this shit on tape. Okay. Record this.
I would have said, Pastor Cal, you leaving? I'm leaving with you. We're about to, because he gonna be by himself. He can himself. I wouldn't even carry his luggage for him. You talking about you got my luggage? No, I don't. It's at the airport. You should have arranged for somebody to get your luggage when you made a decision to go to Chicago, and make a decision to have a divorce and leave me here. No, I don't. No, I don't have your luggage. I'm gone.
And the thing was like staring at him. She was like, "Okay,
I'm gonna walk away now.
I'm gonna walk away now." I'm like, "What's wrong with her?"
Something else.
Absolutely.
Something else is not right. Something else is not what my issue with Paige is that she acts as if she has no power over
Absolutely.
her decisions, her life, and it's exhausting
It
to watch.
is. That's it.
It is.
Yes. You got a choice.
Yeah, you have a choice.
That is right. Because even when he asked her, like, why are you continuing to have intercourse with this man? She's like, I feel like I have to. Like, it's what I have to do as a wife. I'm like, girl, you do have a choice. You have a choice.
It's big Mr. Seeley energy. Like, it's just like, what's happening here?
Right,
you have a decision.
She picked
You're
him
not.
up.
He went and got the luggage out of her car. He got a whole nother truck. I mean, a whole nother car and drove off.
That's what that scene was?
Yes. They were getting it out because he said, "Where's my luggage?" She said, "It's in the car," or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why she need to go down to the parking lot with him for him to get his luggage out of her wherever it was at?
Oh.
But he got in whatever his car was and drove off.
I didn't even match that up. I was wondering what was happening there.
And then when he walked into the room, he looked like a little boy gonna get in trouble by Pastor Cal. He looked like a deer in headlights. The whole
he knew it.
Swag, the whole swab, he got gone. His face was all pimply and all sweaty looking. He wiping his face. He didn't even look correct. Okay.
And that's what that smile was about, because Pastor Cal asked him several times, is this situation with your ex over? Are you sure? Are you sure? And now we got a 6-week-old pregnancy that we dealing with. It's like, no, you're gonna have to sit and stand at home for this. And it's like,
well, let me tell y'all this. I watched the Married at First Sight Instagram page, and there's been some hella spoiler alerts on the page, and there's been some leaks coming out. Jen sent me a little clip from Chris. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Chris posted on Instagram or Facebook, he in Cancun, his baby mama right now. He talking about people sending him death threats. He said
yes.
He's playing dolphins right now. He playing dolphins in Cancun with baby mama. Okay, and the season ain't even done being over with. And then I heard, which is already played out, that his baby mama or ex fiance will be an upcoming episode, and that's not happening.
Yeah.
So somebody is leaking some shit out, because usually you don't know nothing happening to couples.
Somebody
is linking something.
Somebody always knows, and because this has been so
controversial,
dramatic, and just people are, I'm telling it probably. And I'm glad that the ex-fiance will be on there.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear what
her experience is of him.
Is she even aware that he went on this show and signed up when her father died and he came back and they had the sex? What has he been doing? What has he been doing to Paige and this ex-fiance at the same damn time? Like, I'm still on Paige because she is responsible for this now, because she's allowing this to happen.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
What, as a therapist, what's wrong with him, Alicia?
What's wrong with him? He has never been held accountable, ever. One, his parents don't even know who he is, because they're so much in the church. They don't even know who he is. It's like they're flabbergasted by Paige's experience and what her account of him. And like, if you know your children, you know how they navigate. Like, they don't. And he is very immature. His mother has coddled him since the beginning. Nobody has ever sat down with Chris and said, you did this and you're going to have to take accountability, and this is your punishment, and you're going to this is not.
Is it
It's not
narcissism?
acceptable behavior.
He was homeless though. He was homeless.
What kind of car? In his Mercedes truck or something like that? Like
He
what
was
kind
homeless.
I don't know what kind of car. Yeah, and I feel like his parents, they didn't know what to do with him, so they kicked him out. He was homeless. Because he just would not.
I heard he done lost his Subway franchise for caught on TV. Like he don't have. If this is all true, Chris don't really have a pot to piss in the window throw out of right now.
He probably like, yeah, did like his grandparents did seem like they had a lot to do with upbringing. Because I didn't think his parents was even gonna be in the picture until you know, till they popped up. But I don't like just the way.
Empress J, you
was
right.
afraid of falling in love with her.
That was a scene that pissed us all off.
He's manipulative because he knows what he can do, which is just a little bit. He just got to help her a little bit, and she gonna.
I know if I mess up and I tell mommy I'm sorry, you know, then she'll forget that she mad at me, and then I won't have to deal with my punishment no more. You know, like this is the same like behavior of like a 7-year-old.
But
being able to manipulate your parents is the same stuff. And then it shows up in a relationship because you don't want to sit and take accountability. You're gonna laugh, as Pastor Kyle says, explain to me about this child and what's happening.
Well, first of all, he also mumbles when he talks. He doesn't enunciate any words. He's like, I just want to say it. I'm sorry. He don't know how to talk. He mumbles. And I just like Empress said, as soon as he leaned into Paige, there's something. It's because anytime he gives her like scraps of boo-boo doodle shit on the ground, she lights up.
Folds
she
in.
Folds. And she's like,
already surrendered to him.
I'm so confused now. Bitch, sis. What are you confused about? None of us are confused.
I believe
nobody.
That Paige came into this with the right mindset.
Of course she did.
Her intentions were good.
Yes.
Her emotions was on. And she was gung-ho. She was set. She was like, I'm doing this.
Absolutely.
That was the right thing to do. But she has committed to the wrong person. He does not deserve all of this that she's trying to go through. He wants a divorce. I'm heartbroken. You heartbroken, sis?
Girl.
You heartbroken?
Talk about relief. You're going to be relieved.
Talk about a blessing. You talking about what all of this ordained in a covenant. Girl, please. Not with this man.
Right.
No. Pastor Cal said it. I am an advocate for marriage, but not this one.
Yeah.
Not this one.
I feel like in situations like this, when things are ultimately unhealthy, they need to come in and end it.
Oh, yeah.
They should just come in, like if it's an abusive, if it's unhealthy, if it's not right, if it's really, it's really a danger. It's really dangerous.
Do you think this is a soul tie?
Oh Lord. I think it's dangerous. And I think at this point, they should annul it. They should stop it. They should be like, okay, you all are done. Because even Pastor Kyle said, I'm always about trying to make them stay together and try to like work it out. But even he was like, Chris, I mean, even I feel like Pastor Kyle tried to talk him into staying with her.
Which I didn't like.
At first I was like, no, Pastor Kyle.
Why are you doing that? This is not healthy for her.
Yeah.
He's definitely
for her. Yes, Empress. He's definitely toxic. And anytime I save this place for you right here in the bed, nigga, there's only one spot left for you in the damn bed. This is it. So ain't nobody saving you no space. Like Paige said, he done drug her through the mud. I mean, for 7 days, he has bought her crazy looking weave, her lashes, and drug her all through the mud, through the TV, through social media, through YouTube, through Instagram. I mean, he has drug her through the mud, and she's still
on her honeymoon. On her honeymoon. On the where you're supposed to be the happiest, and you know, the highlight. This is the beginning. You have drugged her on her honeymoon. Like her honeymoon experience was surprise. It's a baby coming from somebody else. Like
what? He went downstairs and got the meals and had a panic attack. So he say, had an anxiety attack. So he say, dragging her.
He's not attracted to her. She's
Right.
ugly.
Right.
There's an attraction issue.
But he's still bumping up on
Let
her.
me go ahead and have sex because I want to feel close to you. And Pastor Kyle was like, I'm a pastor and I'm telling you, that's not.
That's no, that's not. And that's the reason why he's whispered in her ear and told her, I'm afraid that of falling in love with you is because he always wants to have a watering hole to return to. He always wants to make sure the door is cracked. Because just in case the situation doesn't pan out with my ex-fiance, I always have a window to make sure that my needs are fulfilled.
Yeah.
And that's really all it is. That's really all it basically is.
And
he wants that sex with her.
And he's still in love with his fiance. So what do you mean you're afraid of falling in love with her? You in love with your ex-fiance. You're not afraid of falling in love.
That's that
So,
smooth.
sister, you stupid? He literally telling you it's better for us to get a divorce because I'm still in love with my ex-fiance. And now he's gonna tell you, I'm afraid of falling in love with you. And they both kind of, it's something not right. It's really
a perfect storm.
Because I was feeling bad for Paige. I don't feel bad for Paige.
Oh, no.
I do not feel bad for Paige. I do not feel bad. Paige is walking in the footsteps. Paige is signed. Paige has no words of her own, no thoughts of her own. A glimmer of it when she started cussing everybody out. Jennifer was like, and I was like, she ain't done.
I said, we still got a couple more minutes in this episode. She could turn quick. She turns quick.
Meet the fiance and Chris. What's it to talk about?
That's performative, I believe. It's for TV. But, we want to see it.
Right. We're here for it.
History of abuse.
Right. And Paige's, it will be interesting because we have it. Paige's parents weren't at the brunch. Why aren't they?
They weren't.
We don't know.
I can't wait.
With her parents.
Need that. I need that to happen. I need her friends to give her good counsel. I need the homegirl who her bridesmaid who was like the most honest with her. I need her to show up and say the things. I need people to say the things.
Everything he said from the jump was about sex. Yeah, 3 days all he needs is a water hole. Yeah,
that girl said, "I'm not new to this. I'm true to this."
Well, Pastor Kyle was like, "You have a ride or die chick right here," and I'm like, "I'm not for that. I'm not for that. We don't ride or die around here. We're not dying for these niggas, okay?
Struggle love, no. Struggle love, no.
Like I said, where are we going? No. I'm not doing that.
He ain't showed her nowhere, nothing. He ain't showed her nothing.
Not anything.
Yeah.
Not anything. Hey, mommy.
Start a concubine. That's what he really did.
Yeah, he want like 20 women in a house somewhere. He put them all up.
Yeah,
somewhere.
he gonna be polyamorous before the day is over. He gonna be polyamorous.
Yeah, that's it. I saw 23 people shut the store down.
Wow, a day and that's it.
Are we ready to bring on?
Yeah, come on, Koya.
Yes, ladies.
So look, I'm just gonna say this. Pastor Kyle was trying to get this woman to tell him the truth, which was, I'm having sex with him so he can be attracted to me. This is what needs to be said.
Absolutely.
She is having sex with him for the same reason he was having sex with her, really, because they're trying to find an actual physical connection. She wants to be seen as pretty by this man. She is not saying it. She has absolutely not a drop of self-worth. Not a droplet, dribbity trip. And he's trying to not tell her what it is. He was trying to get her to see it. And I was like, she can't, she is blinded by the penis. Like, she's totally blinded
by the wife. She wants to be a wife.
She wants to be a wife, absolutely. And then once she found out that he wasn't attracted, she was like, I'm gonna keep smashing him. I'm gonna keep smashing him. I'm gonna keep smashing him.
She knows she got that.
Right. And so, like, what I was disgusted about personally was just the smirking. Every time he smirked, I wanted to scrape his eyeballs. Like, I was like, yo, he's disgusting. Like, and Pastor Kyle wanted to punch him in his face. Like, he was like, I was like, Pastor Kyle gotta leave. Like, Pastor Kyle gotta leave. He needs to remove himself. Because let me tell y'all something. When I heard Paige's voice and I realized that was Paige on that phone going off like that, I said, first of all, this junk fake. She been faking this whole time. That's her real self.
Yeah.
That's her real self. Y'all, she didn't sound like the same human.
She didn't. She didn't. That's why I thought it was the baby mama at first when they showed the clip. Because I was like, Paige don't talk like that.
What you're feeling, that disgust you're feeling, like that feeling that you're like, yo, what else is there with the two of them? Like that is what manipulation looks like, though. That's what that looks like. You are supposed to be disgusted by it. Like I've been in situations like that. Like it's terrible. It's like you're supposed to feel disgusted by that. Like you're
absolutely.
Like when you felt that energy, like that's how you know it's manipulation. That's how you know she's weak-minded. Like that's how you know, like, yo, she's way more broken than we realized, you know?
Susceptible. Yeah.
And intelligence doesn't matter if you can't compute what's happening around you. But the reality of it is she is only continuing this story because she feels ugly and unwanted.
Yeah.
And she's going to keep tricking herself that her box was special enough to make her pretty to him. Also, why am I sitting down with your ex-fiance that's about to have your baby? For what?
For what?
Oh, so the story is, I'm sorry, spoiler alert one more time.
Okay.
The story is apparently the fiance is not pregnant. The fiance's cousin is pregnant, and they made the story up so that he can get out of this marriage. That's the next situation that I've heard. The tea is that.
But why are we sitting in a room?
This trust between us. I didn't trust her. She didn't trust me. So that's what they say. Well, I guess we'll find this out next week. But this is what the story is now, is that this whole elaborate lie to get him out of this marriage.
I quit.
But why am I sitting in a room with your ex-fiance?
Cause you know, it's be on TV. It's a TV show.
Nope.
TV show.
No.
No.
Did y'all hear what he said? I need y'all to come sit in a room together for the betterment of my future, the baby's future. For what? Why are we having a conversation?
For what?
I don't understand.
Are you trying to build a harem so all three of us can be with you? Is that what's happening?
I'm telling you, the internet said that Paige is in Cancun with his baby mama right now.
Wait, Chris is in Cancun.
Oh, wait. All of them?
Just say all of them. No. Apparently, Chris was like, I've gotten death threats. I've gotten all this stuff. He all going off on Facebook about what he's gotten from people.
Good. That's nice.
He posted a picture of him in Cancun with a dolphin a few weeks ago. Yeah. So apparently, and it was rumored that he's there. Now you're supposed to be kind of quiet when this going. He's supposed to be on social media, so we don't know. I was texted by Jen screenshots of his Facebook page of where he was in the comments on his Facebook page about him being in Cancun with the dolphins. So
again,
I think that Paige is whatever is going on between him and she's not totally disgusted by him. Even when he don't want to say to Pastor Kyle what they're doing, he's like, I don't disrespect that.
No. I want y'all to watch that part again. Do you know what he was about to say?
What?
Watch that part again. When they say, why did you do it? You know, if you weren't attracted to her, he almost flipped it and was about to flip it on her. So he almost flipped it on her like she was aggressing the situation.
Yes, he did. Like she wanted it. She wanted this to happen.
And I was like, yo, did Paige hear that?
Really?
Yo.
Yes.
And then he smirked and then he flipped it into, like, I think what y'all took from it was he's just trying to smash. Right? No. He tried to put it on her that she was the aggressor.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I didn't go watch that.
Yes.
Me and my mom was disgusted. We were like, what? That's why I was shocked she responded to the whisper.
He did.
That's why I was shocked about the whisper. Because when he whispered that, I was like, I'm sorry, Paige, did you hear what he just tried to say? I only had sex with her because she was pressing me out. Who's going to turn that down? That's almost what he said.
I don't know if it's not true that she wasn't pressing him out.
I think it is true.
I think it is true because she leads with her sexuality. She leads with her sexuality, and she has done since the matchmaking session, showing her box of tricks.
Her pussy got self-worth.
She sure did.
She has led with her sexuality.
Oh.
Look at Kid.
Does she lead with that because she's not confident in how she looks?
And how she looks. I really feel like she didn't feel sexy until her body started developing. As a kid, she was, I think, this is my hypothesis. I feel like she was, as a kid, she was considered like the ugly duckling, right? And not felt to be pretty. Once she started getting that shape, boys started giving her attention, and that's why you see her when you see her on Unfiltered, she even has like her stuff is always, you know, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing female expression, but that's what she leads with, because I feel like that's what she feels she has.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm just wondering right now in this moment, how weren't the experts able to pick up on all these crazy ass nuances with every single couple?
They
like
were.
Very important issues: alcoholism, trust issues, hurt, self-esteem, validation, liar, manipulators. These are very crucial issues that they just missed.
They didn't miss it.
They just, we think they missed.
This is the first year that I really think production had some type of one up on the experts.
Wow.
They do.
Somebody bought them out. I think something shifted because I have never seen this many toxic humans in the experiment. Period.
Yeah. Unhealed. Yeah, definitely unhealed. Oof.
Getting worse by the season. I don't think last season was that worse, but this is drastic. Like from last, this is very drastic.
Last season they had 3 married couples that made it.
That's the top they've ever had from one season.
Ever.
And they come off of a season like that to this.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I'm praying for Vincent and Brianna.
Y'all want to let me pop them in?
Yeah, is anybody else in besides Tay and Jen? I sent some couple other links. Anybody else? Cool, you froze. Oh, she back.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Just curious.
Nobody else.
All right, Jen, on you.
I made notes, and we finished already on the topic. But one of my sentences is Paige is about to be the other woman, even though she's the wife.
Yep.
So that's the oxymoron with that. And I truly believe at this point, when he leaned over on the sofa and whispered in her ear and got her all flustered and mushy, and she walked down to the garage to get his luggage and kind of sauntered off with the over the shoulder smirk and smile. At this point, I think she's in on it. Whatever they're concocting to get them to the finish line,
polyamorous,
to pay this $100,000 or bust up the contract, whatever that contract says. I think the two of them are in on it at this point. I did send the Facebook screenshot, and I checked this evening. He has shut his page down after doing IG. Well, you know, the IG stories can become Facebook stories.
Right.
He did a Facebook story that I caught showing some more threats. And I went to his page directly. He shut his Facebook page down. I went to Mercedes' page. She's shut the commenting down, but her page is still up. So they're all in cahoots. So whatever we see from this point forward, go into it, like you all are saying, without feeling sorry for Paige, because Paige has had ample opportunity. When she cursed out the producers, that was her out. That was her. Keep on cussing. You cussed about Chris. Cuss the producers out and go get your luggage and keep on cussing. But she continued to stay in it. She is in on whatever this is. They didn't.
Y'all think they trying to get a Polly spinoff? They're trying to get a Polly Show spinoff. They're trying to get a Polly Show spinoff.
I think I had said on my page or another discussion that Paige and Chris at this point need their own show. Like they done took over the whole season with this foolishness.
I don't want to watch. I can't.
I know. It's sad. It's sad. And what Alicia was saying, I saw that unfiltered. I saw both of her unfiltered. And the first unfiltered she was in, and not to say like we're all saying, you know, if you want to show your body, you know, WAP, let's do it. Cardi B and Meg Stallion, let's go. Hey. She was literally about to fall out of that cute little brown hostess.
Yes, she was.
And everyone else in the studio, you know, had on nice little outfit. It's kind of like. It was on the border of being inappropriate. Like I'm surprised that the producers are setting this girl all the way up. The producers are really trying to play her at this point. So they gassing her up, and at every turn she's coming out looking like a fool. That's the problem.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, I want to say something about his mumbling, y'all. Y'all know that's not real either, right? That mumbling is a telltale sign of his manipulation and his insecurity. Those are actual tactics.
Childlike behavior. That's all it is.
When Paige cussed to the producers, she said, "Y'all got me fucked up. I'm done. This is it." Right?
I was so proud.
She wasn't.
She was like,
but she wasn't.
But she wasn't though.
She wasn't.
Also threw a temper tantrum and then came right back. Like unfortunately, she's used to being abused at some point. It's because at this point, it's just sad, and it's so sad to watch this exhausted. And I hope, Jennifer, that they are in cahoots and they are working on some type of bigger thing.
I hope so too. Me too.
Because this is freaking exhausting. Like we literally were on the couch crying.
Like I'm grossed out.
I was depleted. I was just like, why are you still confused, Paige? Why do you need answers, Paige? He's giving them to you, Paige. What else do you need, sis?
Wait, I am so elated by this energy you're giving right now because I gave this energy like episode 1, and I was like, y'all,
you did.
You dumb dog. I was like,
and I jumped on your team after I was given the light. You gave me the light, sis. Now I'm here. I'm here for you. At first, I felt bad for Paige, but now I don't feel bad for Paige.
Did you guys catch when Pastor Kel was complimenting Paige, and Chris was like, "In all due respect, you know, my ex-fiance, you know, she's up here too," and the look that Paige gave was just like, well, she wanted to look hurt. But she couldn't because she already knew, like, these are things that he's probably said to her behind closed doors. Now it's coming out on camera in front of Pastor Kel, and Pastor Kel like, well, what are you doing? We're not talking about your ex-fiance. We're talking about your ride or die wife right here. Like, I had such good hopes for yesterday's episode. I really did think that, like, 95%, I really thought that Paige would have really.
I did not.
Like, just maybe because originally I thought that clip with her cussing on the phone with somebody else. I didn't expect it to be her. So when I heard it, I was like, "Oh shit, yes, finally!" No. And then, like I said, he leaned over, was just like, "You know what? Throw your panties in the air." And she was like, "Okay, Daddy." And I'm just like, "What the hell?" I felt so betrayed. Like, I really thought
she felt betrayed.
I really thought that this was happening, and nothing happened. So I'm like, next Wednesday, do I want to watch Married at First Sight? Because I just want to like kick the TV. Now I want to kick Paige and her stuff. First, I want to castrate Chris. Now I want to just like cut her up because
I was done with the first lady.
I'm done.
The first lady speech she gave last week in the bomb yellow dress. Like, I was done. This
the first lady speech.
It was. This he said he was a man of God. This is what I've been looking for. My hair marriage.
Then, y'all, I was like, nope. There's something else happening with the two of them. They're in cahoots. Like, this is about to be bad.
I'm done. I'm done early. I've never been done this early. I'm done.
I'm just saying your sex didn't make him more attractive, so you should stop having sex. Like it just
Clearly.
it didn't work.
There.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
No.
Why are we coming back next week to sit with your ex-girlfriend, ex-fiance, baby mother? Why are we sitting in the room with her? I'm a killer. Get her away from me. Wow.
That shouldn't even be happening at all.
This is the drama triangle,
The
though.
chocolate girl fighting with the light-skinned ex-fiance.
It is.
Come
The
on,
skinny
girl.
one that's pretty.
I don't want to do it. It's so bad for our community, dog.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah, and you know, it's not only that, but it's bad for any young ladies that are watching this show who truly believe in the process of meeting someone and falling in love. If you're looking at this show like that, don't watch Paige and Chris segments because that's not how it goes. Okay?
No.
It's a very poor example of how to meet someone authentically.
Absolutely.
And move forward in a committed relationship. Struggle love, someone said earlier, that's not love. If love hurts, and she said twice right now, on last night's episode and when she talked to Bree in Las Vegas, she got the short end of the stick.
Yep.
If you feel that you are getting the short end of the stick in any relationship, intimately with a partner, with a friend, at work, you know, in your church community, whatever, then move forward, move on, pack your things.
She said, "I'm gonna hold on to this short stick. I want to walk around with this." Short stick.
She holding on to a twig. At this point.
She got a splinter. She got a splinter.
Toothpick.
A splinter. A straight up.
I'm embarrassed for her to be so young.
Yeah.
And be in a position where she can really walk away clean and leave him to his demise with his ex-fiance and the pregnant cousin or hell, whoever pregnant or whoever not pregnant. You have the opportunity right now to walk clean away. And here you are getting your panties melted off.
Right.
Because you hold on to that hope that maybe tomorrow it'll be better. It's not going to be better. He's bringing his whole ex-fiance on the show just to sit and try to convince you that it's not going to work with the two of you, just for you to turn back around and still give him a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance. This is all a game, and she is playing it poorly.
Yeah.
Or to us, she's playing it
about to be the nanny,
but she probably got something going, or she honestly, when she said she got her period, I said, "Did you really?"
And why was that even discussed in that?
How long has it been, and how would this be relevant if she got her period?
Because they've been having sex this whole entire time. So I guess in the 7 days.
Yeah. Conception
they've
takes
been having sex.
No,
You said
if she had sex for those 6 previous days and got pregnant, her period may not have come on that. I think the taping was the 11th day.
Yeah, I think it was the 11th day.
Yeah, she could have been pregnant on day 1, 2, 3.
that's
Would have
not
stopped her period for the 11th day.
They have been having sex every day, sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, my mother had her period 3 months into all of our pregnancies. Like I
you
said,
can have
her
your cycle
period don't
during your
matter.
Body is different. Everybody's body is different.
Yeah.
Her period could have possibly not come on that 11th day from
Y'all,
having
the conception time don't make no. She wouldn't know.
You still
It's
don't
not
know.
enough
You
days.
still don't know.
I don't know, and I'll never know. So
Because I was kind of just like, I was like, well, I don't understand why you asking her this soon. Like she would never, you wouldn't. Conception takes longer. Like the conception time frame when you can find out that there's a whole baby. It ain't a 7-day time frame.
But wouldn't it stop your period though?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. So you get pregnant. There's a conception time. The actual time that it takes for a whole like embryo to be created is almost like 3 weeks. It's like a 3-week span of like conception. That's why people don't find out. Like you can't even find out that soon. That's why I was like, this is a weird question.
Oh,
In my period, I was like, no, lady, this doesn't matter.
That's why I feel like because she said it in that context that she's angling at something because that was too quick. We had sex all 7 days, but I got my period. So I feel like her throwing that in there. I kind of feel like maybe something else is going on. I think somebody commented maybe she wants to get pregnant by him so she can keep him. But I feel like maybe that's the angle. Maybe that something's going on that we don't know about. And maybe she could be. I don't know. Maybe she wants to be. Maybe she thinks she is.
It sounds like
I really
sex, real close to her ovulation time. That's what it sounds like. And they're going to have a whole bunch of babies and have a nanny show. And then they're going to all be in the house together. And they're going to all be swinging with each other in a poly family. And she's going to be the nanny.
All this is all just too much because I understand like meeting somebody and being smitten and all that and stuff be like a whirlwind. But to want to have this much attachment to somebody in just a few days, is willing to risk it all.
She was way more far gone than you thought.
Like she was too gone before she even got with him. It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody, and I don't even know. Like, I'm just concerned. You know, like I'm just. Go ahead, Alicia.
She said before the ceremony started, she said, I hear the spirit talking to me. I hear the spirit talking to me. And it's time. It's time. And I want to say, no, I really don't feel like that was a spirit. I feel like that was just truly her itching to be married. And this isn't it. Like, this is not it at all. This is not what a healthy marriage feels like. And I feel like next week's episode with the ex-fiance coming on is just another showcase for Chris to say, look at these women sitting here because of me.
Ew.
It's embarrassing.
I don't know the quality or the character of her father and stepfather, but I think that when they rewatch this show, I think they're going to be very upset. And I feel bad for them. If I feel bad for anybody at this point in the
process, her family.
Yes, her father and stepfather. Yeah. She must think highly of them because they did walk her down the aisle.
Her family
so I feel bad for them. Huh?
Yeah. I think the family removed themselves from the whole experiment. Period.
Wow.
I think they know.
After those interviews, when she found out that she was getting matched, that you didn't see him since. Her brother was very strong about this process. Yeah. And I think it was her mother and her sister or her best friend outside that night when she told them that she was engaged.
Yeah.
Since that point, you had not seen them at all. At the wedding, like nowhere. So I think they were done at that point.
I think they
found out who's in married.
Who she is, and they know she ain't right. And they knew why she was married at first sight because she's always walking around trying to prove her beauty and her value with her pussy.
They asked her. They said, "You said you want a man. You want a man of God. You want a man who has is godly standards." It's like, what does that look like? Like, what? How do you know? And she couldn't answer that question. And she's like, you have to have a standard. There has to be fruit on the tree.
Like, why she's smiling through everything? Like, why you ain't crying with an ugly face? When
I understand.
I would have cried like
I would have went. I would have fell in his arms.
My black daddy's here. My black daddy's here. It's Pascal. Like, I would have cried, y'all. I would have broke down when I saw him. She was just like, yes, everything. I just don't
two put together.
And the way Pastor Cal is, all you have to do is give him a look, and he'll take the glasses off and lean in.
He said, "That's
down for you." But whoever is messing with you, and she didn't give him a look, so Pastor Cal excused himself. He said, "Well, my time is done."
No, I agree with Evita. She hasn't shown any real emotional camera, and that's the part that is concerning for me, because it's like she is at this point she's numb. Like she has numbed herself from this, and this is like, and she's numbed herself like pretty quickly too.
Yeah.
Like this is not new behavior. Like she said
Not
that
at all.
I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Like what
And I
does
was
that
girl,
mean?
That means you've been dating.
What does that mean?
I know exactly what it means. You've been dating trap niggas. She been dating a whole bunch of trap dudes. Okay, y'all. She been getting dickmatized by the trap niggas.
You call me Jay-Z now? What are you doing?
Those are trap dudes. She dates trap men. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you getting that work. You getting that work by the hood dude.
Yes.
That's why she talk like that. That's why she been a stepmother. That's why she done. Come on, put it together, y'all. She a hood jump. Dressed up. Ghetto.
That's why she didn't know what that's why she didn't know what a man of God was, because she was.
You hear me? Okay.
There you go.
She been in there stir frying with the Migos. Okay.
I'm done for the rest of the day.
I like that song. Actually, that's my jam. Stir fry in the kitchen with the stir fry. I like that song.
The trap queen, y'all. She dressed up trap queen, y'all.
It's
the dude that she dated got Jordans in
that look
and
just
boxes
shaking your
and
head,
asphalt.
speechless. Yes.
Because I just
and
don't.
the mattress on the floor.
I just don't get it, and that's the
Yes,
thing.
you do get it.
I don't get why. Like
why?
This will know more next week. I'm just trying to. I just don't. I don't understand. Like I don't understand. Like you're not getting anything you want. Nothing you want. Like
she
why
is a full participant.
You have the word husband.
Yeah.
You have the word husband.
Yep.
You have nothing else but the word.
And a man that she thinks
this
is
motherfucker gets on a plane and goes to Chicago.
Slim.
With a break. We don't get breaks.
He gets breaks all the time. He always takes her breaks away. He always crying in the corner. He always
on a break.
He get a timeout every episode.
Every episode.
She never got a timeout.
By his own ticket to get out of it. I need a break. You the one caused all the fucking problem. Give us a break. Yes. We had a break for 2 days.
Do you know why I knew this was going to be bad? The day that we saw the father talk all that crazy talk to her at the reception about how to please her husband. I knew that day, y'all, she was a hot mess because I would have walked out of that reception and went home. Okay? If I heard that daddy talk like that, I already know what I'm walking into. And if I saw the women in his family sit there and allow that man to talk to her like that, I would have took that wedding dress off. I knew she wasn't right in that moment because she sat there and let that happen. I would put that man's family out. First of all, this is not your business. Second of all, how y'all gonna sit there and let him talk to me like that? If y'all wanted to have a conversation about me having sex with my husband, that's fine. This man should not be talking to me about this.
Absolutely inappropriate.
So I knew then she was boo-boo the fool. Okay.
You know what I was thinking? Since they did the vetting for this in the middle of the pandemic, some of their regular professionals that usually do the vetting may not have been available, you know, and they may have used different people. The production team may be full of different people. Something is amiss about this season.
It's something amiss.
It's not right.
Yeah.
They need to come back together and figure out a better way of doing this vetting or something.
Moving forward. You need to say I'm sorry to the fans because I'm mad.
And you need to apologize to everybody. Everybody touched the show. Production, just y'all stop.
Yeah.
Paige is a full participant in this triangle.
Yeah.
She's a full participant, meaning she is committed to rescuing Chris whenever he is in distress. She's committed to that.
And she low key trying to trap him.
and
She hopes she's pregnant. She can't wait.
What about
I'm pregnant?
Scrappable? He ain't even know what ain't nothing about scrap a good one, sis. He ain't even a good one. He ain't even
Right.
scrapped. Nobody wants to trap Chris. I don't want to have a baby with Chris and his narcissistic, manipulative attitude. Why do I want to give birth to that? Why, Paige? Why?
Why, Paige? Paige, you should come on our show. We need to talk to you. Paige, come on the show. We need to talk. We need to give you some good talk. Okay, Paige.
Somebody help me find Paige. So I can
Somebody send Paige to the show.
I can't find her anywhere.
You don't have an intervention.
I want to
tried
hug
go
her.
social
I just
media.
want to hug her.
Yeah. I wanted to hug her. I don't want to hug her no more. I'm good.
I still want to hug her.
I want to shake her.
Maybe after next week, I'll change my mind to see what happens with this meetup with the fiance, the ex-fiance, and her and Chris.
No,
But right now,
I feel like she loses more credibility.
I'm gonna send Paige to Champagne Vinny if Bree don't stop telling him what to do. Then he'll get a real wife. He'll have a wife. She'll be cooking and cleaning and smashing them. They'll be happy together.
I follow Paige's Facebook page, but it's the last time she
know it.
posted was November the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
From what I can
That
see
page.
on my end.
Yeah, she stripped that page.
Yeah, her lack of self worth is just not there. It's not there. So I'm sad. I'm sad.
Yeah, we need to wrap it up because we've been on here just going for almost 3 hours.
All right, it's that last couple, dog. That last
couple.
It's like this is our support group for watching it because literally it truly brought me to tears. It
Like,
literally
look at-
brought me to tears. I was so overwhelmed. I was just so overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a lot of therapy needed after these episodes, especially with Chris and Paige, because we just don't get it. You know, we just want to understand, like, what is it? Like, what's the secret? Like, what are y'all planning? Like, please let it be something beneficial to both of y'all.
I know, please.
Betterment of Black people. Like, are we all gonna win after this is over?
Are we all gonna win?
Yeah, because I want to know. Because I feel like right now, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Okay.
It's like, are we all gonna get a Subway franchise after this?
You get a Subway franchise. You get a Subway franchise. You.
Reparations. They trying to get us reparations. That's what it is.
I mean, get us something. I mean, that's what's up. Like, are we going to get something? Like, let me know, because I am stressed out. With all of them, I'm stressed out, but especially with Paige and Chris, for the betterment of all Black people. Let us know what's happening.
Tell us.
This ain't it. I don't get it. I need to know. This is bad. I mean, this is actually really good acting that's taking us through all these changes, or this shit is just like that. Like, are y'all actresses and actors trying to get off on your next show? Like, I mean, what is this? It's like,
I think she just is. They are legitimately these people.
Yeah, I don't understand.
No, this isn't acting.
Yeah,
and I think the experts are really confused by what happened.
They did it.
I actually think the experts don't know they were bamboozled by production.
I want to know the process of how they do all this stuff. We can better understand. You know, like somebody had posted an article about like the actual contract. I would like to know how they actually go about this process. I thought it was better than what it actually is, like the whole vetting process. But don't see me on a TV show like this. Got me bamboozled. 'Cause I'm about to cut up.
I'm cut all the way up. All the way.
This one back here gonna nut up. Okay, if it ain't me, it's gonna be this one. Look at her face.
Yeah.
This one gonna be calling like, "Hey, what's going on?" I gotta stand by flight ready. Okay, so
ready.
Everybody, y'all have. We want to wrap this up real quick. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there with us. These people legit hanging in for the long haul. Thank you. This is our Married at First Sight recap. Y'all have any final thoughts before we go? Toya?
I'm just looking forward to what is about to happen with this meetup next week.
Okay.
I'm really nervous.
Okay.
I might go live that night if it's real bad. I know, right? I might call y'all like, we can't wait. We gotta do this.
I'm like,
right now. It has to happen now. I thought about doing the live right after the show. That might be way too much and all that.
No, I need time.
I need time to like. I gotta have time to like think and then like talk and then calm down and then not and remember it's not my old relationships and like all of that.
Right.
Take you back like, oh no.
I'll be like, oh.
Okay, Alicia, what's your pick?
I have nothing. I have nothing. I appreciate you ladies. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate everybody for being a part of this. Because I really do feel like this is a part of our therapeutic process, being here and processing. Right. It's like, this is a lot. This is a lot to see dysfunction like this. This is worse than Malcolm and Marie for me. This is deep. This is too much.
Okay.
Also, make sure y'all share because these stay up.
Thank you, ladies.
They are also on Facebook and they are on the Once Creative Group YouTube as well. So when you guys look at the links, you guys can share these for as long as they're up. So share them.
Taylor,
I just really, I don't know. I really hope that next week. You know what? I don't know. I want to be surprised. I'll be surprised next week because I'm at like my wit's end. So I really want to see some kind of adjustment with I can't even remember their damn names. With Vinny and his wife, and I want to see some adjustments that week. Next week for them. The Elkie and the pilot. I don't know. I'm kind of like, just nix it. Jacob and oh girl, like I said, marriage, just like go ahead and finish that. So I don't know. I'll see. I am making my birthday celebration desserts.
I know that's right.
Brown butter chocolate chunk cookies, chocolate cupcakes, and I'm doing a chocolate cake that's filled with chocolate mousse and caramel. So I have to put it together tonight so it can set, and I'm going to decorate everything tomorrow. So I'll be up for a while.
Bless people that bake. Tell me about that life. I cook.
Baking is life. Baking is life. Beautiful.
I love it. So I want to be surprised next week. I'll go in with open mind. See what happens.
I just want to continue to see everything start going left because that means that we're actually seeing people's real personalities. So,
yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Jennifer? Final thoughts?
Jennifer.
All these thoughts about Paige and why she's doing what she's doing have really just blown my mind. Perspectives are good, hearing different people's perspectives, because I didn't think about a lot of this stuff. I'm like, why would she be doing this? Her self-esteem is that low, but it is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saddened by her behavior.
Yeah.
It really makes me sad that she's behaving like this. But, I want to see what's going to happen next week with this ex-fiance, new fiance. I'm still in love with her. We getting back together.
I'm still in love.
I'm going to have to run out of here on time next week.
With you.
Because we be getting home late. I'm going to have to run out this door at 7:15.
I'm still in love. Still in love. Okay, so I'm going to the open mind next week. Okay, my mind is not open. My mind is closed. I'm over it.
It's in the gutter.
It's in the gutter. Maybe
I'm like Haley.
Yeah, right. And because they've already given me the game plan, so maybe it is that they try to stick it out so that they get this money at the end, or whatever. Maybe that's what's going on. I mean, I don't know. Don't play with my emotions like this. You know what I'm saying? You're playing with my emotions, and I don't like it. I am exhausted. I'm gonna continue to watch the TV show though. I'll continue to watch it, but I am exhausted by it. I really am. I'm not enthused about anybody. It's just maybe I'm just too old for this. I'm too old for this. I'm too old for these games. Like I'm so old for these games. But I'm still gonna watch it. We're gonna see what happens. That's where I'm at. I continually get my mind blown with the perception or what people's thoughts are about things. Why I love having these conversations, because the way you think, Jennifer thinks, Koya thinks, Kay thinks, Jen thinks, Dita thinks, Anitra thinks, Tiffany thinks, Rosalind thinks, Crystal thinks, Shawnee thinks, Kilolo thinks, Empress thinks. The way everybody thinks is so interesting and different, and they add a different perspective to it. And I love to hear it.
It's beautiful.
I love to hear it because that adds to who I'm as a person, adds to my language, adds to our lives in general. We see ourselves. I see myself in each of one of these people. Things I don't like, things I'm like, oh, that's triggering because I do that. You know what I'm saying? So we can talk about everybody all we want to, but it's definitely some secret parts of us that lie in these people. That if I had to be on a TV show being exposed, I might show some of these same characteristics. People might be mad at me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's literally almost been 3 hours, guys. Crazy. So yeah. So stay backstage, Leisha. And thank everybody for watching us again for our Married at First Sight recap. We'll be back next week at 8:00 on Thursday for episode number 8. Later, guys.